Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Tonight, we're starting the build to our next pay-per-view in the MyGM mode of WWE 2K22. First, I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we're happy to have you with us, and we hope the day finds you well. Alright. Now. A little bit of hot news. Hot goss! Coming out of last week's episode. Or actually, looking at my calendar, 3 weeks ago was the last time we aired an episode. That would have been the 6th week of the 3rd generation of the GWA. If you're wondering what I'm staring at over here, I am looking at the part of the space cabin where I have pasted a calendar, let's say. So the VOD for that, I put up just this past week, after coming back from vacation and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I was having some stomach troubles this past Thursday and wasn't able to broadcast, but I thought the least I could do was try to get it together enough to get the VOD of last week's, of the previous show, up and onto the YouTube channel. And it did arrive on the YouTube channel for about 90 minutes to about an hour to 2 hours or so before I got an email saying that the video had been removed worldwide based on a copyright strike filed by, well, not a copyright strike, excuse me. They assured me it was not a copyright strike. Copyright claim filed by WWE Incorporated. And the clip in question that they had issue with was the wide shot of the video game crowd and the graphic of their NXT tag team, or NXT Women's Tag Team title coming onto the screen and then fading away. Like that little 10-second clip that's just meant to sort of honor their championship. I mean, that's why I left it in the broadcast in the first place. That they had a problem with. And I could have, like, started a whole dialogue tree or whatever to clear up the fact that, like, well, obviously there's, like, a little GWA in the corner, and you can hear me doing commentary over the moment because I'm trying to set up the title match that's about to happen. So I could have made a claim for, like, fair use because here I am transforming the content, etc., etc. But I just thought, in the interest of not having to deal with anyone involved in litigious, the law division of that company, have anything to do with me, it was just quicker to just trim out those two little bits. So my apologies if last week's VOD there's a couple of jumps here and there. All that to say, I will not be featuring those fancy graphics anymore because I can't. I mean, I can, but I won't be. Just to make it easier on myself. I just want to be able to upload my VODs to YouTube and be left alone. Like, nothing's monetized over there. I would need... I think I need like 900 and some more subscribers. So hey, if you're watching this and you want to help a brother out, pop on over to the old YouTubes, search for my name. Actually, you'll be able to search for, fingers crossed, if I get the right label or whatever, you might be able to search for me directly pretty soon. Anyway, I still need, like I said, 900 and some followers, and I think you needed, this always makes me laugh, you need like 1,000 followers, and follower or not, across the entire platform of YouTube, your stuff will need to have, like, 4,000 hours of your content have been watched. It's one way or the other, no matter how it comes up into somebody's purview. Anyway, I'm at about 390, so not great, but about 10% of the way there. You know, I'm not 10% of the way there in terms of subscribers, but in terms of hours logged, not terrible. Not terrible. And not terrible is how I would describe our performance thus far in my GM mode. Now, we're coming out of a pay-per-view, if you'll remember, way back on the 6th of December. My, oh my. That was the week before Rob and I went to Toronto for AEW Adventures. We're just coming out of a pay-per-view, so we're starting the build toward, I don't know what it's going to be called. It's going to tell us when we start the show. I'm sure it'll be like 5 weeks until blah, 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 blah. I wish anywhere, other than telling me that it was week 11, I wish anywhere it would tell me what time of year it was, you know. Hang on one second. Let me check my... Okay, so we had Payback before that, obviously it's going to end in WrestleMania. Like week 50 is got to be WrestleMania. So 5 weeks before then, I'm assuming, is Fastlane? Whatever or Elimination Chamber, if they're still going with that clever titling. And then 5 weeks before that. So I'm assuming week 40 is Rumble. So if week 40 is Rumble, week 30 should be Survivor Series, which means week 20-ish is probably SummerSlam, if it's not week 15. We'll see. We might have one more to build, but I'm pretty sure week 20 is going to be like SummerSlam-ish. 25 maybe 25 to be like, oh, you're halfway there. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. So we last did Payback in Philadelphia. Maybe there'll be an Extreme Rules or something in the middle. Or a Money in the Bank, perhaps. Maybe we're building toward that. Ooh, dang. I didn't even think of that. So, I don't know. Because you play a 50-week... we're playing the full-length season, which is a 50-week season, which is 4 weeks of television, and then every 5th week is a pay-per-view. So, doing some quick math there, every 5 weeks being a pay-per-view means we do 10 pay-per-views over the calendar year. Obviously, we're going to be ending with WrestleMania, because we started with WrestleMania Backlash as the first pay-per-view, which would be the pay-per-view following Mania. Yeah, and we got to, peak all our storylines and stuff to build at the biggest show of the year. But the 8 in between are sort of been up for grabs, so I'm trying to sort of feel out where everything's going to fall. So 15 or somewhere between 15 and 25 is going to be SummerSlam. I'm going to guess 20. And if it's 20 or 25, it's toward the later of those two. I feel like we're building to Money in the Bank, but don't quote me on that because they probably don't let you do Money in the Bank ladder matches in GM mode, so they probably skip it for all I know. Anywho, let's take a look at what we have booked for our first show. In our opening contest, we have an Extreme Rules tag team contest between Ripley and Storm and Bailey and Baszler. Let me double check my text file real quick. That is indeed one of our feuds, so that's a level 1 feud. We're trying to beef that up to a 2. Then we have Chyna calling out Sammy George. That feud is at a level 2, and we're hoping to beef that to a 3 in time for Sammy George to come back from her extra training to, beef that feud up to a 4 for the next pay-per-view. So that'll be her big, I'm part of the roster for realsies type of match. That'll be fun. The only other feud we have active at the moment, we're taking the week off from. So let me scroll down here so I'm current with my match listings in my text file, as well as we're looking at Mia Yim versus Tamina. This, I believe, is Tamina's first match with us. That'll be good. Mr. T is going to be cutting his final advertising promo for us, so I already have it noted that I need to hire a new Hall of Famer to fill that role. I also have hiring a heel question mark. We'll see how these contracts are coming due and stuff before I invest any further. I do think I have an uneven number of people on the roster, but I'm also content with letting Ignition's contract run out without re-signing her. Speaking of Ignition, she's teaming up with Naomi to face this would be a formidable team in real life of Rachel. Okay, it's different on actual TV. I want to see what the name is here. It's Raquel Gonzalez, and not Raquel Rodriguez, I think she is now, but Raquel Gonzalez and Charlotte versus Naomi and Ignition. And then Bianca doing a promo for herself, as she is sort of next in line. If and when I can kick off, fingers crossed, a tables match, non-title, between Becky Lynch and Asuka, kicks off a feud between the two. And then we're going to try to get this as our main event program. We're going to try to keep Bianca hot, because she's coming in next to challenge for whoever comes out of this with the title. I might end up doing some switching faces and heels depending on how that works out. And other than that, I still think I need to book all the logistics and stuff for this show. So let's check this out. All right. Well, apparently I took care of that for myself. Thanks, me. So I booked the Thunderdome. That's right. I'm not doing the full crew. I'm only doing the one. I'm doing one tier down because we qualify for the bonus. we don't qualify for the bonus from the next one. So the bonus of this is a show quality 6, plus with the bonus a show quality of an additional plus 7, so that makes it 13 overall. Or I could just get a straight plus 8, and it'd cost me more. So I save myself 5 grand, and my optional goal is hit, meaning I actually get a bonus of 13, check, which is better than the base I would get here, and then the book superstars with equal to or greater than 2 of star power get more morale. So the people on screen that have that get a morale boost. There are a couple of people, I think mainly Shayna Baszler, because I accidentally picked the wrong thing in our dialogue tree. She's the only one that I've ever seen the morale dip for. So beyond that, we've been doing a pretty good job of making sure our talent stays happy. Looks like we qualify for the best lights and pyro and stuff at the moment, so that's great. So that's an additional 17% of the show quality. See, that's 13% here, 17% here. It all adds up. And then advertising wise, again, we're doing the best we can do. So 4,000 more fans are gained, plus another 17% to the star quality, plus book superstars with less than or equal to 3. I guess so. Less than or equal to 3 star power gain plus 1. Sure. So that helps. That helps like the smaller stars more than the... Anyway, whatever. And then I'm going to book the Thunderdome as much as we can. It's the biggest... it's the biggest place we can book, essentially. That's where we're holding all the pay-per-views, so I would like to at least keep 12.5 solid with the get all the ticket price and stuff. Optional goal. So we missed the bonus here, unfortunately, of booking superstars. Book 2 level 2 or higher rivalries. Well, we don't have 2 level higher. Blah 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 blah. I couldn't do that this week because I also had to. Okay, they're leaving. We got one more week with Mia Yim. I'm gonna probably re-sign Mia Yim. I'm probably not gonna re-sign Ignition, so that will. That means that... Oh, I like that. Okay. Okay, 14, 15, 15. So we have to worry about this. Ooh, we got to worry about that. Well, they can at least do the pay-per-view. So we got to worry about Casey before the pay-per-view. We're going to let Ignition probably expire. We're going to hire somebody after. We're going to let Mr. T go and hire somebody else after that. And Mia Yim will probably try to rehire depending on what her asking price is. Okay, so that catches me up there. I got the commissioner goal. Ensures that you retain most of your fans this week. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. Let me see if me being in the way. Yeah, just the end of the sentence. Alright, I wasn't covering up too much important information. Alright, I'm done. I'm ready to finalize this. What do I do? Confirm booking. Start. There we go. It's been that long. We went through what we're doing. We're trying to start a feud here. This is basically... We're running our... we're just keeping people interested. As I said, we're probably going to let Ignition's contract expire. Dipping us... Like, one less roster member, but that's also one... We're overbalanced with too many faces. So a babyface leaves. That just creates more opportunity. Sammy George... We've invested in them in terms of like giving them that card that turns them into a real full-time roster member. So this is where they start, in a feud with Hall of Famer China. I don't know if we're trying to start something here or if we're just going for it, but we're just getting Tamina on the show because we purchased her contract as well as a full-time roster member. And yeah. And this is a feud. I see, you can see there, it's a level 1 tag rivalry. We're trying to start off hot and get this thing bumping. Should I switch these two? Because it's already a rivalry. I'm going to leave it as is. Let's check these popularities. 60, 48 for who? Tony? Okay. 65, 71. Popularities, Wolf, 50, 51. Popularity, Ignition's a 31. The rest are pretty decent. 77, 78. So those are my two. Those are my biggest stars. Trying to get her built up. He's going down. That's fine. China's at a 57. Everybody kind of starts at a 50, huh? Unless you're an enhancement talent, then you start much lower. Okay, so honestly, Toni Storm needs the win here, but we'll see what happens. Yep. Oof. Our budget is 271. We're spending about half of that. It's mostly the show logistics that are killing us here, because we're spending just to put the show on every week. That is $110,000. So it's only like 30 grand for the extra bells and whistles for the show itself, but 110 bare minimum to put on the best show we can. Speaking of, that involves me getting out of the way. Hoya! Let's confirm the booking and get down to the ring for the first of many bouts of the evening, as we see Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm continuing their feud with Shayna Baszler and Bayley in a tag team Extreme Rules match. Let's get on down to the ring. Gonna skip all of these entrances for the time and for the fact that it's less time where I have to worry about problems from their YouTube bots. Yep, there we go. They're going to be in the ring pretty soon. There they are. Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm awaiting their opponents for this evening. Skip scene and skip scene. No belt on the line, so I'm pretty sure I can just let it roll. There we go, after everybody's in the ring. Bayley and Baszler on one side. Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm on the other. The bell rings and we are underway here. Tag team Extreme Rules action to start things off. Blam! Shayna Baszler with a neat defeat to Toni Storm immediately. Meanwhile, Bayley in the form of a face lock here on Rhea Ripley. Eventually able to fight out. Raucous crowd here this evening. It's always great to see here in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, beautiful fisherman suplex. Doesn't hold on for the pin, does Toni Storm. Referee was distracted anyway. Again, all four ladies perfectly legal to be in the ring at the same time. Teams of two. Tag team Extreme Rules. Oh, anything goes. No disqualifications, no countouts. Weapon usage is in fact encouraged in this instance. Essentially, well, most of our matches don't have countouts or disqualifications, so this one is pretty much just a tornado tag, and it just costs you 20 grand to be a tornado tag, I guess. I guess the extra insurance. And especially dangerous weapons, I also probably up the insurance too. But ooh. See, Baszler taking it to Toni Storm. Now Bayley and Rhea Ripley kind of even out, but Bayley intent on getting that rounded face log onto Rhea Ripley, trying to ground the far more powerful Rhea Ripley. The counter with that dragon screw at the rear of your screen. In front of them, Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler have been going tooth and claw since the opening bell here. Oh gosh. Nice German on the other side of things. To Rhea Ripley. Both Bayley and Toni Storm have the same idea to get a weapon. Oh! Bayley able to grab Toni Storm and that suplex on the floor, and here comes Bayley's partner. 2-on-1 on Storm. I think Rhea Ripley is, dazed on the other side of the ring here. Toni Storm herself is now dazed. Bayley just wailing away on the prone form of Toni Storm. My goodness. Repeated shots to the face, and all perfectly legal in this Extreme Rules match. Oh, half and half suplex once again on the floor. Toni Storm crashing onto her head and neck. Speaking of, able to spike Bayley with a DDT, but gets caught by her partner, Shayna Baszler. Toni's in a big bad way early in this matchup. Rhea Ripley spending more time playing to the fans than she is helping her tag team partner. There she eventually slides out of the ring. Oh, heave-ho, and away Bayley goes. All four participants in this Extreme Rules tag team affair outside of the ring. Sort of the only rule left is that you must finish the match inside the ring. It is not falls count anywhere. The deciding pinfall or submission must occur within the confines of the GWA ring. As now Rhea Ripley and Bayley renewing their hostilities inside the ring, while Baszler and Toni Storm have one another isolated on the floor. Baszler just picking apart the limbs of Toni Storm. The submission magician in the full mount now, just wailing away. Oh, Bayley meanwhile grabs the kendo stick, wailing on the distracted Rhea Ripley. I believe everybody was paying attention to the violence outside the ring. Oh! To Ripley's credit, however, every time she gets into danger, she's able to throw one of those devastating suplex to her opponent. Toni Storm with the unique combination of red arms and head. Perfectly fine torso and legs. You don't see that often in these gameplays. Ripley and Baszler each with a finish charge. Speaking of the finish, here comes Rhea Ripley locking Bayley in the prism lock here. This could be it if Baszler doesn't save her. Oh, Bayley able to eventually fight out, but what sort of damage has been done? Prism trap. Not lock, excuse me. Now with both Baszler and Ripley stunned, perhaps. Oh, nice. Nice leg sweep there by Bayley. Dropping Toni Storm. 2-on-1 advantage at the moment, but her partner Shayna Baszler looking for some hardware outside the ring. Oh no! Sledgehammer to the leg of Rhea Ripley, working on the knee outside is Shayna Baszler, once again picking apart a limb of her opponent. Oh dang. Storm dazed. Bayley misses the top rope elbow. Ripley trying to get an equalizer, trying to grab some hardware of her own, but Baszler tracks her down. Toni Storm has taken the lion's share, or the lioness's share, of the punishment in this one, to my estimation. Bayley thinks she's done enough. Center of the ring. Toni Storm barely able to power out at 2. Might have taken what little arm strength she had left, and Bayley just busts a kendo stick across her back. Knee to the side of the head, meanwhile outside the ring. Oh, hang on. Rose plant to Toni Storm. Into the cover. There are no rope breaks in Extreme Rules, but Ripley's there to break the cover. Right back to work goes Bayley. You can see the focus on the face of Shayna Baszler as well, now wailing away on Rhea Ripley. Oh, hang on. Bayley's looking for that face lock on Toni Storm this time. Turns out it's not a true submission, just a wear down hold. Storm would have been in huge trouble there based on the condition of her noggin. Backbreaker there to Shayna Baszler, front of your screen. Meanwhile, opposite corner, Toni Storm working on a stunned Bayley, pulling away at the arm. Rhea Ripley attempting a kendo stick attack on Baszler outside the ring. Oh, it does not go so well as you see her slammed by the submission magician, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Hang on, what's Bayley have in mind here? Tiger driver. Storm Zero to Toni Storm. Almost pins her with it. Storm able to roll the shoulder at 2.9. Bayley, though, looking for another rose plant. Center of the ring. Spikes her into the cover. No one even near for the save. 2 and 3. No! Toni Storm gets out. Toni Storm in a big bad way. Bayley unable to put her down, though. Able to survive 2 rose plants so far. Now Bayley bringing out a baseball bat. Oh, misses with the first swing and the second. Toni Storm able to knock it out of her hand. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Rhea Ripley seems to have downed Shayna Baszler for now and can finally help her partner. Oh, just spiked Bayley with a pile driver. Might not need her help at the moment. Toni Storm got something on her mind here. Storm Zero. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley get the win. What a courageous effort from Toni Storm to hang on to the end of that contest. Here you see Bayley trying to put her out with her own finish. Hit her with 2 rose plants. But it's the pile driver into the Storm Zero from Storm. Ripley keeping Baszler occupied on the outside of the ring.
And Rhea Ripley.
What a hot finish to that match. Let's see how we did. 3 stars. Up goes the rivalry. Love it. Okay. 3 stars. Rickman Storm defeating. You know what I haven't been doing, and I should have been doing this whole time, is like I did last time around, denoting who actually takes the falls and stuff. So that was Storm over Bailey. That was huge. Storm took a beating in that one. Holy moly. Okay, and we got Rivalry 2, which is fantastic. Sorry. It's a little clunky as I'm doing my updates and stuff. So that is also a level 2 rivalry. So we have 3 level 2 rivalries in the promotion right now. I'm going to try to, depending on their stamina, either switch back and forth between the two, because 2 of them are tag team rivalries, switch back and forth between which ones I feature. Or we'll just go ahead and put 2 tag matches next week. We'll see, as we still have to book week 12. Woo! Love it. Okay. It already said it. It already told me. Excellent promo from China. Their rivalry goes to a 3. Okay, so the trick here is going to be the China Sammy George rivalry hitting 4 and staying 4 without the fans getting tired of it or cooled down to it by the time I hit that pay-per-view. So next week, I might leave them off the show, and then week 13. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'm already planning ahead. Sammy to China. So if I leave them off next week's show. Okay. See, now I can start booking a little bit in advance now that I'm getting used to the 5-week cycle. I do. So here's I'm gonna. It's taken a little while to get used to it. This is week 7, but in terms of like the game universe, we're doing weeks 11 and 12. Next week it's gonna be a bit of a longer stream because the way this is gonna work out is every other stream now is gonna be a pay-per-view. So we're gonna do 2 weeks this week. Next week we're gonna do the other 2 weeks of the TV build, and then we'll hit our pay-per-view. So extra long streams. Every other week. Mind you, these ones might be a little shorter, depending how much I ramble. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so that's the general plan. If I had done that from the beginning, we'd be done in, what, 20 weeks? No, that's all right. It'd be 5 weeks every 2 weeks. So yeah, 20 weeks. That is right. So somewhere between 20 and 26 weeks is how we're going to end up overall, because we are now in week 7. Okay. Mia Yim, Tamina. Mia Yim, we have contract negotiations coming your way, and Tamina is new to the roster and a permanent member of the roster. She is our babyface giant. We don't have any heel cruiserweights. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm waiting for the other tag team feud to wrap up. That is Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro versus Natalya and Indy Hartwell is the other tag team feud. That involves the titles. I'm waiting for that feud to wrap up, and then I'm probably going to turn Liv Morgan, who is a cruiserweight, I'm probably going to turn her heel and then try to have her feud with Tamina after she chased away a potential feud with Raquel Gonzalez, did Liv Morgan earlier in her career. Anyway, that's a little headcanon-y stuff I'm trying to bring to the show. And so I get myself out of the way, and I skip through these entrances, lickety-split. If I could just turn them off and start with the characters in the ring. I just see, like, from here, if this is how it started. Ooh, I like that look on Tamina. It's a fun outfit. She looks great. Oh! Tamina in the darker attire. Going to work on Mia Yim. Tamina making her debut for us. New full-time roster member. A not so friendly giant. There's Tamina. Wailing away on Mia Yim. Crowd booing for some reason, even though Tamina's a good guy. Maybe she wrestles like a heel. Certainly violent and vicious. Is the newcomer Tamina. Oh gosh, catching Mia Yim with a knee there. Mia Yim to this point unable to get out of the blocks. Gonna turn her fortunes around. Nice release, Northern Lights. And just bouncing the shoulders and the back of the head of Tamina off the canvas. Not pretty, but effective as Mia Yim ascends to the top rope. Oh, 450 splash. Not quite the landing she was hoping for as Tamina got the knees up. Oh, Mia Yim able to block the belly-to-belly attempt. Now trying to set Tamina up in the opposite corner. No! Nice backdrop suplex thrown to the side there by Mia Yim. Excellent display of technique and ring positioning, trying to throw her opponent away from the corner that they were trapped in momentarily. Tamina with a pop up into the Samoan drop. Interesting crowd reaction. I wonder if that's going to play into how things go forward here. Or perhaps I'm going to hear from Tamina like, I don't want to be a good guy. Did you hear the fans? They hate me. As the crowd seemingly is cheering for Mia Yim in this instance, who is the bad guy in the matchup. Another beautiful Northern Lights. Maybe they just boo the Giant in the match. Mia taking over, setting Tamina up on the apron. Nope. Tamina able to... Yeah, listen, every time Tamina hits her, it's a boo. Oh, sit-out powerbomb by Mia Yim. Not content that she's done enough damage. Oh, bounces her head off the canvas a few times. Now into the cover goes Yim, hooks a leg, only gets a one. Mia Yim beside herself there, unsure what to do. Going to the elbow to the forehead of Tamina. It was the worst for wear so far in this one. Despite the early flurry of offense, Mia Yim enduring that. Was maintaining advantage. Yeah, I cannot help but notice the crowd reaction to everything Tamina does is a solid boo. Oh, just levels. Mia Yim, Tamina going up top. Big splash, but Mia Yim gets the knees up. Mia Yim's turn to counter some aerial offense, this time from Tamina. Oh, vicious headbutt. And now it's Mia Yim's turn to get bounced off of the canvas by Tamina. Pulls her back to her feet. Leg swept out by Mia Yim. Yeah, we are definitely experiencing an opposite crowd reaction. I didn't know that could happen. That's pretty cool. I'll have to fix that somehow. Tamina's already showed up. Like, the first thing I did was switch her face. So maybe I can switch if this turns into a feud and I can switch both of these two with some promos next week. I can salvage this. I can salvage this. I'm just happy that there's a crowd reaction. We can go with our natural inclinations if we want. Ow, a second rope splash finds the mark. First successful bit of aerial offense of the matchup, I would say. Mia Yim with that finisher stored. Going to be looking for the protect your neck. A move you can seemingly do to any size of opponent, and here it comes. Cracking the side of the neck. And jaw to the side of the knee of Mia Yim, and into the cover she goes. 2 and... No! Tamina kick it out at 2. Incredible resilience shown by the newcomer here. Mia Yim transitioning now into an armbar, trying to tap out the larger, more powerful Tamina in her television debut. Tamina able to eventually fight her way free. And back to her feet. Tamina trying to cover up. Mia Yim bringing the thunder. Oh, nicely done. As you can hear the crowd solidly behind Mia Yim in a surprising turn of events. Boom! A serving of soul food for Tamina. Into the cover goes Yim. 2. Oh, Tamina out at a strong 2. Mia Yim looking apoplectic, but she does have that second finish restored. Another attempt at the protect your neck coming up. Here it comes. And nails it. Into the center, into the cover, hooks the leg deep. 1, 2, 3. Mia Yim, your winner. On the debuting Tamina. That can't sit well. You see some earlier offense. There, things started going wrong for Tamina when she got those knees up. Did Mia Yim on the super fly splash. Let's see the signature and finisher offense. Not true. There's absolutely a controller attached. No, that's not accurate.
Here is your winner, Mia! Yeah!
Oh, we gotta stop it. A disappointing match, but a new rivalry. Let me get myself in the camera. Okay, I can do that. So Mia Yim defeats Tamina. Okay. Oof, 1.5 stars is brutal. But rivalry won. So here's what I'm gonna do next week. Okay, here's my plan. Promos. In promos, I'm gonna change Mia Yim to face. Promo 3, change to Mia to heel. Well, maybe I can, wait a minute. Okay, so I'll do that. Promo 1, I'm going to change Mia Yim to face. Promo 2, I'm going to change Tamina to heel. And then I'm going to try to put them in a tables match in match 3. Okay. That's my ambitious plan. See if I can even do that. Okay, so that's me trying to pre-book week 11 or week 12 while week 11's still happening. Disappointing, but that's fine. You got to start somewhere. We got that rivalry started. The crowd reaction was opposite, and I think that probably played into why the fans were kind of confused, because they were very much cheering Mia Yim and very much booing everything Tamina did there. So we will swap those back. Mr. T with his final advertising promo for us. Thank you so much, Mr. T, for your help through this time. Did not lose did not lose any of his popularity as he earns us another 12K on the way out. Thank you so much, Mr. T. You more than paid for yourself. More than double paid for yourself, I believe. Okay. Okay. Very much in a gotta give him something to do for the week type of contest. Charlotte Flair and Raquel Gonzalez are going to be teaming up against Naomi and Ignition. Now, I think part of this came from Naomi and Ignition wanting to team together, or perhaps wanting to face Charlotte. I know there's more going on here than is on the surface, because that's how I do things here. Like there's multiple layers here. I know Raquel and Naomi are just coming off of a hot feud against each other. Ignition not necessarily long for this wrestling landscape, but all right, some tag team action for our big main event of week 1 of 2 at least. Hang on. Get myself out of the way. We'll go ahead and spectate this one. As you might be able to tell, I've unchecked instrumental only from the Pretzel Rocks catalogs, so we're gonna get some silly lyrics in this metal channel. It's certainly increased our options, so we're gonna let it ride. Hopefully it's low enough that it's not annoying or anything. Skipping all these entrances. There you see Raquel Gonzalez and Charlotte Flair. What a formidable tag team, as I've said that would be. It's like Bam Bam and Vader teaming up. Okay, I think we're ready to roll here. Yeah! There goes Ignition. Gonna wrestle with the headphones on. Not gonna let a wrestling match get in the way of her time with her beats. Looks like she was maybe jogging somewhere, and then they tapped her on the shoulder and asked her if she was ready to wrestle tonight, and she just kind of shrugged and said sure. I can very much see in this attire her being like a female Orange Cassidy, but more of like a Pilates or something like they just do. Into the group activities at the gym, and they get coerced into matchups. So far, Charlotte Flair dominating Ignition to this point. Ignition and Naomi, I believe, requested to team together. I think that's how this whole thing started. We now see Naomi for the first time. One of our other babyface cruiserweights. So, I'm going to have 2 heel giants. I wanted one to be babyface. Maybe I can eventually turn Raquel. But they absolutely booed Tamina out of the building, so I got to switch them back. Or I got to switch her back and then switch Mia Yim face. and then going into a contract negotiation. That's also going to be interesting. I don't even know if I can accomplish what I want to accomplish. Probably not, because if I do the 2 promos, turning them... Nice backpack stunner out of Charlotte. Turning Tamina and Mia Yim, like switching both of their alliances. That's probably the only use I can get out of them for the week, I would assume. Nice! Springboard cross body block by Naomi to former heated rival Raquel Gonzalez. These two had a smashing blow off to the feud. A seemingly endless Hell in a Cell confrontation that blew the roof off the place. En route to a very successful payback for the brand. And missing wide there. As Gonzalez gets back to her feet. Oh! So the speed and athleticism of Naomi coming into play, thwarting the power of Raquel Gonzalez as Ignition is into the match, tentatively approaching the much larger and stronger Raquel Gonzalez. Ignition thinks she's got something cooking from the top rope here. Big leg drop, guillotine style to Raquel Gonzalez. A bit of a sloppy landing into the ropes, but she recovers enough to attempt a pin. Gonzalez had a 2. Ignition adjusts her headphones and is right back to the fight. By which I mean tags immediately out to Naomi. Ignition seemingly out of ideas, tags back to her partner. I don't know if the inverted DDT variation may have pulled her down by the hair there. Referee, glassy-eyed, unblinking. You would think would see all. Able to push Naomi away. Naomi smartly is positioned between her and her tag team partner, however. So she still has a fight before she can get to Charlotte. Oh, dang. Nice hook kick by Naomi. Again, trying to bully her into the corner, or perhaps to allow Ignition here to cut Raquel Gonzalez off from a hot tag. Ignition seemingly letting her tag Charlotte there. Interesting strategy. As the former multi-time World Women's Champion comes into the ring. Gonzalez having a 5 count to exit the ring, or that would have been a disqualification. So there are some rules here. Hang on. Ignition. Oh, dropping Gonzalez off the apron with that suplex. Gonzalez stunned on the floor, but apparently this is perfectly legal. Despite the fact that Raquel Gonzalez is not the legal competitor, it is in fact Charlotte who just waits the return of Ignition to the ring, as there are no countouts or disqualifications here in the GWA. I cannot turn them on in my GM mode for whatever reason. Gosh, dang. The half and half suplex to Charlotte on the floor. And Ignition calmly re-enters the ring after putting work in on Gonzalez there. Cravat plex by Ignition. Doing her best to remain a member of the roster. Oh! Stiff kick to the ribs of Charlotte Flair. A tag out to Naomi. Naomi and Ignition start the glow. Certainly in control of this matchup to this point. Naomi's got to be thinking split. Legged moonsault, nails it to Charlotte. May have hit her in the side, like in the ribs with those knees on the way down too. Well, hang on. That's going to cue up a finisher for Naomi here. Starting to work on the arms of Charlotte. Perhaps weakening her for a field goal submission attempt later in the matchup. I did not feel that she was going to get a 3 there. That's why I kind of talked over that pin attempt. Naomi playing for the crowd. Charlotte desperate to get a tag in, and Naomi distracted with her Jeff Hardy dance. Notice a tag into Raquel Gonzalez. Into the powerbomb to Naomi. Oh, hang on. Gory special. Oh, gosh. Submission attempt here by Raquel. This is going to charge her finish, but Naomi able to break free. And the arm drag. Naomi back to her feet. Sending Raquel off the ropes. No, to the apron. Oh. Oh, Gonzalez fighting her way back into the ring. Nope. Out to the floor she goes. Naomi calmly strides to her corner. In comes Ignition. Both of their opponents on the floor. Raquel legal. Charlotte back to her corner. Ignition with a nice chop to the midsection of Gonzalez there. Interesting offense from this young upstart Ignition. Now looking for an assisted Dragon Sleeper in the corner. To the much taller Raquel Gonzalez. Ignition once again climbing to the top. Might be thinking leg drop. Nope. Invites Raquel Gonzalez to stand. What does she have in mind? Oh, misses the double axe handle. Gonzalez calmly to her corner, and in comes Charlotte Flair. Big discus forearm by Ignition. Watching her back as she makes her way to the corner to tag back in Naomi. Oh, rear view. Into the cover. 1, 2. Gonzalez makes the save. Raquel dumped to the floor. Oh, a big boot by Charlotte. Into the cover. 1. Ignition makes the save for Naomi. Flair and Gonzalez each with the finisher on their end. Ignition has a signature charge, but she's not the legal fighter. Can't do much with it. Meanwhile, Charlotte is thinking figure 8. Has the figure 4 and wait for the bridge, and here it comes. Figure 8 by Charlotte Flair. Raquel playing defense. Ignition down and out on the floor. Oh, wait. Naomi able to maneuver herself free of this one. Nicely done. But Naomi has nobody to tag at the moment. Able to roll out of the way of Charlotte Flair. Nice head scissor takeover by Naomi. Oh, using the knee against Flair. And side kick. My word, what a flurry from Naomi here. Sending Flair out to the apron. And to the floor. Looking back in her corner, Ignition's back up and back into the match. Following Flair to the floor here. Going to assist her back into the ring as well. No countouts or no DQs, but you got to win the match in the ring. Rob, what's going on, buddy? Ignition is an enhancement talent that you can hire. So, very early on in our run here, we hired a couple of them just to sort of fill out the roster. We had 3 of them. One of them we played a game card on that's going to turn them into a full-time roster member. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that also means that they like change their outfit because they just look like they're in training gear. But this one, we're probably just gonna let her contract expire in a week or 2. But in the meantime, here she's in a tag match against Charlotte and Raquel Gonzalez. Whoa, backflip counter into the tag. Amazing work there. Ignition not phased, just taking the fight to the larger Raquel Gonzalez. As we said, Ignition can't even be bothered to take their beats off for these fights. Just showed up in their workout gear. Look like after this they're going to go jogging along a lakeside. Now positioning Raquel Gonzalez in Naomi and Ignition's corner. I've been calling them Start the Glow. Right back to that rope-assisted Dragon Sleeper, pulling Raquel Gonzalez off her feet, wrenching at the neck. You can see the damage it's doing. Now all of our performers are microchipped, so you can see exactly how much damage is being done to specific parts of their bodies at all times. That's a feature we provide exclusively for you. That's how much the GWA cares about their audience. That our talent submits to that surgical procedure so that we can all follow along how they're doing in the match. The new level of pro wrestling analytics. As now Raquel with a bit of life. Looking for a Vader bomb. Out of the corner. Oh, just plants her. Pulls her back to her feet. Naomi stunned on the floor. If Raquel's going to finish off Ignition, it's got to be soon. Kevin Nash style back elbows in the corner. Oh, nice counter into the power slam. Oh, Just try to bust her headset or headphones across her head there. Now inviting Ignition to stand. Gonzalez actually has 2 finishes booked. Into the Chingoa bomb. Plants her into the cover. Might be too close to the ropes here. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Ignition kicking out! Thought it might be a rope break, but apparently in just the right spot, let's say. As the crowd chants tag team wrestling this, so they are aware of what it is that they're watching. That's fantastic. Yeah, she's a real wildfire as this Ignition, right? Oh, dodging the big boot of Charlotte Flair. Go behind. Oh, we're looking for a series of Germans here. Popping those hips, keeping those hands locked. There's the third with the release. That was her signature. She's got a finish charge. I wonder what it is. So far, it looks like she's just going to plop her in the corner. Corner plop. In comes Naomi. Perhaps a tag team maneuver headed your way. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The rocket launcher to Charlotte Flair. Shades of the new foundation. Oh! Nice springboard crossbody by Naomi. To the stunned Charlotte Flair. Still not opting to go for a cover. Naomi has a submission finish charged. Her Feel the Glow submission. It does work on the shoulders and arms. Perhaps doesn't feel that either of her opponents is ready for it quite yet. Ignition has something in mind for Flair, however. Down into the label lock. Oh, but an immediate rope break. Oh, and then Gonzalez with that stiff kick to the small of the back. To Ignition. Able to thwart the follow-up. Gonzalez dumped to the floor. Ignition, big grin on her face, into the pin. No. My word, the velocity on that drop kick out of nowhere from Gonzalez. Oh, hang on, Naomi taking it to the Gonzalez on the floor. As we mentioned earlier, these two coming out of a huge rivalry that we thought was settled at the pay-per-view. No such luck. Oh no, back to this Dragon Sleeper. I've noticed that Ignition has exactly the same moveset as Sammy George, our other enhancement talent that we've actually hired. Nice turnaround into the neck breaker. Now just grabbing a limb and yoinking on the arm of Charlotte Flair. Nicely done, Kurt Hennig style front flip neck breaker. Into a pin on Flair, and oh, almost dimming the lights on Charlotte Flair is Ignition. Now looking to her corner to tag in Naomi. Meanwhile, Gonzalez trying to get her wherewithal and back to her position in the ring as well. Finally back up to the apron. Flair able to ground Naomi. Working on the inner leg there. Knee-on-knee contact. Quick tag out to Gonzalez. Into the Chingoa bomb. Plants her into the cover. Rope break. Naomi able to grab that bottom rope with her hand. Gonzalez straight into a submission attempt. The gory special. Naomi may tap here. She's fighting, but she may tap. Oh, Ignition trying to break it up. I don't know if she did it or not. She's just kind of standing in the way. Guys, can we get another? Okay. Looks like Naomi's out of it. He's calling for another. Oh no, into the Chingoa bomb to Ignition on top of Naomi. And just throws her out of the way. A reminder that Naomi and Gonzalez are your legal fighters here. Oh, Ignition just tossed out of the ring essentially. That was amazing. After being choke bombed on top of Naomi. Now Charlotte Flair has a figure eight at the ready. Oh, but what resilience from Naomi. Nicely done, the final cut. Into the cover. 1, 2, Gonzalez has to make the save. Not bad for a randomly assembled tag team. Up and over and out of the ring goes Gonzalez. Naomi seemingly weathering the storm here. Ignition might be able to get back to her corner. Haven't seen her. Suplex there. Oh, hang on, I see a hand. There, Ignition slowly crawling back to life. Gonzalez completely stunned. Hang on, big boot by Charlotte. Naomi in trouble. 2. Got her. Ignition unable to make the save. Charlotte Flair had knocked Naomi out. Ignition herself is just getting recovered here as you see some of the earlier action. Oh, a series of big boots throughout the matchup from Charlotte Flair.
Here are your winners, Charlotte Flair.
Now, even if this starts a feud, I want nothing to do with it. I just wanted a match. That's all this is. Don't you dare. Ah, yeah, I'm going to ignore that. 2.5. All right, that's all I wanted. Okay, so, man alive, that was great. Just booted her in the mush, knocked her out. 1, 2, 3. The Ignition was still like loopy, couldn't figure out how to help her. Okay. 2.5, 2.5 stars. And yeah, it does say Rivalry Run 1, but I'm not going to write it down because, like I said, we're just going to let Ignition's contract quietly expire, which I think happens at the end of next week. So we'll probably just leave her off the show or just give her a squash match against either of these ladies, where she is the squashee and not the squashor. Okay, self-promo from Bianca Belair, trying to get her popularity up because she is the next star that we're building towards a main event run against the winner of what I'm hoping will be a Becky-Asuka feud. Excellently done. For a +5. Thank you so much. So she's now like in the high 70s, I think. Okay, so non-title tables match between our champion Asuka and Becky Lynch. These are our two most popular superstars, most popular babyface, most popular heel. I'm hoping that no matter what happens, this sparks a feud between these two, and then we were going to ride this sucker on through to the pay-per-view. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Let me get myself out of the... What is going on in the background? Hang on, let me tab over and see what this masterpiece is called. Wake the White Wolf, in brackets, metal version, by Miracle of Sound. All right, sorry. That distracted me. I'm trying to skip all these entrances. There's Becky. Nod, nod, nod. Nice Asuka's going to kill you chant. That's fun. All right, here we go. No ref in the ring because the only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Quick lung blower by Asuka to open things up. Now wrenching away at the knee of a Becky Lynch. Those of you who have ever sustained a lower leg injury, likely cringing at the sight of that. Sometimes my tongue gets wrapped around my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying. Becky Lynch going up top. Nowhere close for that double axe handle. Asuka able to just kind of, didn't even need to walk out of the way. Just out of range on that one. Now Asuka trying to set up Becky. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Oh, Becky didn't break the table. She went backwards toward the table, but did not break it enough to count as a victory. Oh, that could come back to haunt Asuka later. Very interesting stuff. I heard a smashy, smashy sound, but it did not count. And this match continues. Oh, gosh. To hear the thought on that, Beck Sploder suplex on the floor. Becky Lynch with a flurry of offense after a bump that should have ended the matchup. You can see the cracks in the table, but it did not break when Becky went toward it. Ah, you can see where it's half busted. Very interesting. Nice suplex into the armbar on the edge of the underside of the table by Asuka. And now looking to break the arm perhaps. Zero Miedo being shown by Asuka. Ah! Right back to the arm. Trying to use Becky's strength against her. As we all know, Becky Lynch famous for that disarm her submission. Asuka, no stranger to submission holds herself. Out of her Asuka lock chokeout. Neither of them do these women any good in this one. where the only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Becky Lynch picking up that cracked table. You can see where she hit it earlier. Not quite enough to break it. That's my favorite part of this, like the engine. That's awesome. That it's kind of hurt, but not quite broken. That's so neat. You would think that would make it weaker if she gets thrown into it or something, but we'll see. Asuka electing to stick with the previously damaged table. I think, Rob, to be honest, I think I've noticed lines in the table before, but I just thought it was like a glitch or something. But this clearly looks like a crack. Like you can see a little bit of splintering and stuff at a certain point where she hit it. Because it's not like a clean break. It's just like they half did the physics of the table break, but not the rest of it. Oh, that would have 100% put Asuka through the center of the table if it was still set up. But Asuka just shrugging it off, working her way all the way around the ring to grab the completely undamaged table on the other side. Meanwhile, Becky clearing off the announce table. Still unclear if that counts as an elimination in a tables match if you go through the commentators table. Haven't seen it yet. Oh gosh, what a cyclone kick by Asuka. Shades of Xia Li. Another GWA competitor. Asuka off the ropes. And calling for Becky Lynch to stand. She has something in mind here, does Asuka. Dragging her into the Asuka lock. Looking to choke Becky Lynch out. That's not going to win her the matchup. But she could perhaps roll the prone form of Becky Lynch onto a table and put her through. Becky Lynch fading here. Asuka eventually just letting her go. A lot of damage done. Oh, hang on. Burst of adrenaline from Lynch. Nicely done. Crucifix bomb. Lynch momentarily had control of that table. Asuka going up. Big elbow drop to Becky Lynch. Asuka now pondering her next move, looking for something under the ring. A table, perhaps? Wouldn't you know it? It's a table. She slides a third table into the ring here. Lots of opportunities to end this matchup. Oh, Becky into the single arm powerbomb. Oh! Showing she's got a lot of strength left in those arms, does Becky Lynch. And just bouncing Asuka's face off the tables before she sets it up mid-ring. Asuka able to catch the leg. Nice dragon screw. Now just pulling Becky Lynch into a triangle hold here is Asuka. More submission work. It's going to work on the head and neck. That's going to work on the arms, the shoulder. That's charged up another Asuka lock for Asuka. Again, you can't win by choking your opponent out, but if they're unable to defend themselves, you could probably easily put them through a table. As Asuka ascends to the top rope, waiting for Becky to stand. What does she have in mind here? Oh, a big double axe handle that she misses, and she puts herself through a table. It doesn't count as a finish because Becky didn't do it. Hang on, able to recover. Oh, Becky blocks the Beck-sploder through a table. Asuka trying to put Becky out with her own move. Now she's got Asuka against, no, into the disarmor. A look of glee on the face of Becky Lynch trying to break the arm of Asuka. Asuka eventually fights her off, but damage done. Oh, the green mist! Out of nowhere! Asuka with the mist! Becky Lynch down and out, and in comes another table. What a main event we have for you tonight. Your NXT champion Asuka against Becky Lynch in a non-title tables match. Depending how this one goes, I'm sure Becky Lynch is going to have more than a thing or two to say about her title contendership. As you see the green mist all over the face of Becky Lynch, thanks to an earlier assault by Asuka. Eventually fading back to normal flesh tones like she's a dreadnought from G.I. Joe. hang on. Oh, I thought perhaps she was going to hair whip her through the commentary table. Didn't quite work out that way, but Asuka in firm command of this one. Becky Lynch stunned against the guardrail. A lot of furniture set up in this one. Asuka content to wait for Becky Lynch's return here. Oh, hang on. Also thinking better of it. Making the long trek around. Oh, and back into the guardrail goes Becky Lynch. And then right back to the arm goes Asuka. Back bouncing off the guardrail once again. No countouts, no disqualifications. You're used to that. No pinfall, no submissions either. You must put your opponent through the table. We've already seen an instance where someone hit the table and didn't go through. That is not a way to win. We've seen Asuka put herself through a table. That does not grant Becky Lynch the win. You must put your opponent through the table by your own actions. Becky Lynch now, with that finish charge. Asuka's working on one herself and got one with that counter. Both women have something that can end the match in a heartbeat if they can get it set up here. Oh, hang on, Bexploder! Oh, threw her away from the table rather than toward. That could have done it. Now just trying to set her up around the table here. Real hard to maneuver at this particular edge. If they were on the sides, it would be a lot easier. But they can't hold on to one another long enough to set that up. Oh, hang on. Asuka's got the right idea, trying to get around this corner. Awkward angle for the table to be set up for the AI here. There we go. Becky Lynch moves the fight to the other side of things. Got a big wide patch of table you can set up a move on. Asuka looking to do just that with a German suplex through the table. Your winner, the NXT champion, Asuka.
Here is your winner, Asuka.
Oh, I'm sorry. Asuka. I didn't know there were two A's at the start. Yeah, she did it. Oh, good. Yes, we got the rivalry. 3 stars. Fantastic. And we got the rivalry. That's amazing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so Becky Lynch hated losing that match. So we got ourselves a 3-star main event. Looks like we build fine, and we got Rivalry 1 started. Excellent. Okay, so let me roll up here. We have a level 1. We got... Okay, so feuds that I'm acknowledging. We have a level 3, 2 level 2s, and now a level 1. Asuka versus Becky Lynch. That's going to be our big pay-per-view push, is the Asuka Becky Lynch and Catanzaro Morgan versus Natalia Hartwell. Those are our 2 title programs. This is all going great. All right, let's book our next week's show based on all that information. Woo! Good match, new rivalry. Meanwhile, SmackDown. I'm just gonna skip it. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up. Get out of here with this. Okay, so it said good booking versus their good booking. Let's see, got that to a 2. Oh yeah, did I write that down? I didn't write down that we did Mia Yim Tamina. Level 1. Mia Yim versus Tamina. Okay, so if we do this right, that is, we have 5 rivalries on the go. If we do this right, we can hit all 5 of these rivalries concluding at the pay-per-view. We have 2 tag matches and 3 singles. If we hit all this right, we can. All right, that's what we're aiming toward here. See, this is the rivalry that we didn't really. It didn't matter if it started because we're not gonna bother, and I'm so happy that started. That's exactly what we wanted. All right, let's take a look. Naomi and Ignition are an incredible tag team. Well, that's too bad because Ignition isn't staying with us for too long. Tamina is such a natural at being the good guy. Okay. Huh. Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley worked okay as a tag team, I guess. Never seen Charlotte Flair so dominant before. Is it just a lucky streak? Okay. Not the greatest match between Medium and Tamina. To be honest, I'm not sure that their classes suit each other all that well. Okay, well, she's a giant, and the other one's just a fighter. So that's true. She's not like a specialist. So yeah, that might hinder them. But if they're in a feud, that might step up as we add like stipulations, because I'm going to start doing like tables matches and stuff with them. Anyway, we got 39,000 fans. We made $132,000. I figured we'd be number 2. Yeah. We got our promotional goal. Blah, blah, blah. I don't need to see this nonsense. Yeah, they're, I'm not going to say pulling away, but we're doing it with half the champions, don't forget. Oh, it is 3 weeks until SummerSlam. Okay. Week 15 is SummerSlam. Hang on. Yeah, I knew contract negotiations are coming with a couple of these people. So week 15 is SummerSlam. So they skipped Money in the Bank because they can't do a Money in the Bank ladder match in the GM mode. Does this mean we're not even going to get a Royal Rumble? Because I would be thoroughly disappointed if when I hit week 30 or 40 and it's not the Royal Rumble. Okay, my contract is up at the end of the week. I think they were here for... Let me just scroll up to my roster part. We initially signed them for a 5-week deal. Okay, let's see how much they want for 5 more weeks. I'd be interested in staying, and the cost would be $20K for 5 more weeks of Mia Yim? Absolutely. Sure thing. Okay, 5 more weeks at $20K. That's perfectly reasonable. No problems there. My contract is up at the end of the week. She was a 10-week hire. Oh, no. All right, Rob, have a good time, buddy. Yeah, it's kind of inspiring, right? Like you watch somebody else at it and just kind of like, I got to get in there myself. Okay, so Ignition was our... I'm going to say that's okay. I won't be renewing Ignition's contract. We do have, again, we had too many faces, so this helps us. So no more Ignition. So 1 more week of Ignition in NXT. So that's why we were ignoring the... that's why we were ignoring the feud that just developed. Okay, so let me just check my babyface roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Heel roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so I can easily turn somebody from the babyface side. Or not easily, but I can turn somebody from the babyface side. Who's not involved in anything? Ooh, okay. Make sure you're matching up superstars who pair well against each other's style of fighting. Mia versus Tamina was a bit of a mismatch. Okay, but they still got a feud out of it. Maybe they don't want that. Remember that giants pair well with cruiserweights, fighters pair best against bruisers, specialists, anybody. It's not to say you can't use them, but sometimes you'll need to meet a commercial goal or satisfy one of your demands, but best to keep the matchups in mind, especially when planning out rivalries. Okay, so even if I keep that rivalry going, Trips here is telling me that it's not going to go well. So I am making the decision to let that rivalry fall apart, and I'm no longer tracking it. So we're down to 4 rivalries that are active. Naomi is about to tell me what a great job I've done teaming her and Ignition and how happy she is that they're a team. And Ignition no longer works here. I told you Ignition and I really hit it off as a team last week. Thanks for pairing us up. We're looking forward to the next tag match. The crowd still loved us even though we didn't get the win. Ignition and I can definitely shake up the tag division with another chance. And the fans can't wait to see our next tag team match. Have to say, you really look out for your talent here in NXT. Increase to Naomi's morale. Ignition doesn't work here anymore. Listen, I can't stand teaming with Shayna Baszler. She's the reason why we keep losing our tag matches, and I can't drill it into her thick skull. Uh-oh, they're in the middle of a tag team feud. A level 2 tag team feud with Ripley and Storm. Okay. Let me prove who the problem is on the team. Give me a singles match tonight, and I'll show her how it's done. Give me a singles match tonight, and I'll show her how it's done. I'm fine with that. Okay. This is weird, but sure. Great. I'll show Shayna what a winner looks like. So, Bayley wants a singles match. I'm going to do Bayley versus Ignition. Or maybe Bailey versus Ripley. One of those two. Okay. All right, we got a lot to work on. So we rehired Mia Yim. Awesome. Let's check our roster here. By role. So we should have... Oof, look at... We have extra... Yeah, we got too many baby faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10. So we got 12 babies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 heals. So that's an easy flip-a-doo-doo to somebody. Oh, hang on. We're losing ignition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll have 11 and 10. Okay. Okay. So I need to hire a heal, basically. All right, who's here for... So they're leaving. We got 3 more weeks with them. 4 here, 4 here. 6 here, because we just rehired them. Okay, that's not too bad. All right. Let us... Got to sign a new legend to do some promo work for us. Okay, I could do... I tried to spend like 25 for like a 5-week contract, which would be 50 for 10. What's your talking like? 2 out of 5. What's your talking like? 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5? Yeah, absolutely. 10 weeks of Roddy Piper for 55. Okay, here's my other thing. What's yours at? 3 out of 5 promo. 10 weeks for 40 for Boss Man? What's your promo? 2. I'd put Boss Man's promo a little higher. Especially if Papa Shango's promo is a 4. I would give Boss Man... Boss Man's higher than a 2. He's a better promo than Papa Shango. Charles Wright was only good at promos when he stuck to his Godfather routine. Like, everything before that sucked. Okay. This also looks like he's carrying, like, a Slim Jim or something, is the Boogeyman. 4 out of 5 promo skill for Boogeyman? That's insane. I might bring him in, though. For 4 out of 5 promo, that's technically 25 grand a week. And I don't care about his popularity dropping. I would do, what, 5 weeks? Oh, it still costs me more money, though. See, the only problem with doing the charity promos is it costs me an extra 10 grand every time. But I get fans from it, like, straight up. Like, I just get fans. Which I do need, like, if I get a boost here and there. So I'm trying to think of who can I hire that can cut our advertising promos, and that who I can also use to do, like, get the fans in the building too. I do not want to hire Hogan. What's his? Is probably a 5. Yeah, Shawn Michaels is a 5. If I can get Road Dogg's okay. Listen, I know overall ability Shawn Michaels is better. I think Road Dogg's a better talker than Shawn Michaels. But maybe that's just me. What's Van Dam's? How is Bossman at a 2 and Rob Van Dam at a 4? Like, he's a 3. I'm sorry. Like, he's okay on the mic. Nash should be a 5 or a 4. Nope, he's better than a 3. Who's doing these ratings? Anyway. Okay. So these are our... By the way, look at all the women that I have available to hire amongst the Legends pool. Look at them all. But in terms of just grabbing somebody... Like, their starting popularity doesn't matter to me, because it's just going to drop, because they're just going to cut these promos for me. So if I want to do a 5-week... I don't want to spend too much... I can't believe he's a 4 out of 5 promo. So this guy is technically the cheapest 4 out of 5 promo for 10 weeks. So if I get Boogeyman and do add... Okay, here's the plan. Boogeyman times 10 weeks, okay? Third promo, add Boogeyman. And then every other week, it's going to be a charity promo. So he makes us money, and then we spend that money on fans the next week. So that's going to be my... That's going to be how I'm going to try to use the Boogeyman here. Yeah. Okay, so... Hey, Rabbit, what's going on, bud? Hope you're having a good one. We are in the midst of hiring a new spokesperson. We generally only hire males, and we only hire Hall of Famers to cut advertising promos for us. I'm going to start mixing in charity promos as well, but we have to first hire a spokesperson for that. We've hired Cactus Jack, we've hired Mr. T, and following those two acts, we now have the Boogeyman. So there are 4 to 5 promo, so they should do a decent job. So we're going to spend 50 grand on them. We're going to spend 5 of their 10 weeks doing advertising promos that should get us at least, should get us around 12 grand a week. So they'll pay for themselves. Well, they'll mostly pay for themselves. And then the other 5 weeks are actually going to cost us more money. It costs us like 10 extra grand to do a charity promo, but those give us thousands of fans per whatever. So I'm going to go ahead, sign us the Boogeyman as our new spokesperson. Oop, back that up. And then I'm going to sign one free agent heel. First, let me see if I can... I'm going to... okay, hang on. My original plan was I was going to run those two alliance changes, medium to face, Tamina to heel, but I've been very much advised to ignore that feud entirely. So I shall do that. I'm going to do the first charity promo in our company's history. So let's start with a charity promo. That's literally why they're here. It costs us costs us $10,000 extra dollars, but whatever. Oh, back it up. Good. Charity promo. There we go. Welcome to the league. A Boogeyman. Okay, let me check what feuds I have and what I don't now that I'm looking at some and not others. Sammy George and China are at a level 3. Can I put them in a match against one another? Is Sammy George back yet? They are not. So, oh yeah, they're busy for one more week. You can see there. When they come back, they will be a full-fledged roster member. Whatever that means. Okay, we'll leave that alone. What else can I do? Ripley Storm. See, unfortunately, the other feuds, the other single feud I have is Becky Lynch Asuka. So I can have here, we're going to call out, Becky Lynch is going to call out Asuka. There we go. So we got that. Hopefully that's enough to boost the rivalry to 2. And again, we're going to try to keep them out of the ring and keep that stamina up. They should be able to talk people into the building for the main event. Which means, what else do I have going on here? Okay. That's easy. So I got a tag team feud for our tag belts where we have Natalya and her partner Indy Hartwell are feuding with Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro. So they're already at a level 2. We're going to do tables match. What's the finisher goal? Do not put Becky Lynch in a match this week. You got it. Any power cards played against me? No. I got another fixed match. I got injury rehab reductions. Guarantees the chosen superstar will win their match this week. That also means that I can't watch it, which is a bit of a bummer. Send them to a health spa, gets them extra healing back, so I'm going to buy this. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got a lot of cost here. I don't know why it cost $3,000 for a call-out promo. That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, Becky wanted a wanted a match, so let's put one here. Or not Becky, Bailey wanted to face somebody. Like, show me a match, and we'll do a thing. So Bailey is a specialist, which means I can put her against literally anybody. So, not Trish. We'll put her against one of the 2 tag team people she's feuding with. Who has a higher popularity? Rhea Trish against I don't know who. Somebody on the heel side of things. Wow, she's got a level 1 feud with Ignition and a level 1 feud with Ignition and Naomi. They're not going anywhere near each other. Just a normal match there. Okay, main event, I'm going... I don't know why it disappeared, but I'm going tag titles. Indy. And your partner, Natalia. Against Liv. And yeah, Casey Catanzaro. We'll go tables. We'll go normal title match. So that's your main event. I can't believe it costs $0, but that's gonna... We're furthering the feud and flipping the belts back and forth. Not, you know, that doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so we're at 15.5 with the show cost. Logistically, it's going to turn into 110. So I'm prepared for that. Okay, let's do that. That's a tables now. Let's put something here. Who do we got left? She doesn't want a team with Baszler anymore, basically. Oh yeah, she's got that feud with Flair and Gonzalez, but it's not real. I don't want to put Gonzalez and Naomi in the ring together again, because she's a cruiser and whatever. Can I turn her... Wow, her promo skill is a 1. Can I turn her back? Why would I want to? Hang on. Well, I'm ignoring that feud. Hang on. I need to... Oh, no, I need to hire somebody. So let me hire someone and put them in a heel role. Or start them in a heel role. Okay. Why does Alexa Bliss default to be a babyface? Like, she's perfect. She's exactly what I need. But she needs to be a bad guy. So I can put her in the ring with... Okay, either she needs to be a bad guy, or Tamina needs to be a bad guy. Alright, I'll put her in the ring with Gonzalez to start with. Okay, I'm going to hire Alexa Bliss to come in. But I'm desperate for another baddie. So I'm actually hoping... Okay, so how am I going to do this? Just a sec. If I hire Alexa Bliss and put her in a match here, she will be against... You know what? I haven't used Kaylee Ray in a bit. Let's do Kaylee Ray instead and worry about hiring somebody next week. Kaylee Ray against Xia Li. Nope. Kaylee Ray versus... Fighters and bruisers go against each other. I mean, I could do... Hang on. This is going to be a good match. It has nothing to do with her feud. But this would be a good match. Right? Oh, they're both baby faces, though. There we go. There's a good match. Chyna's in a feud, though. So do I have another babyface bruiser? Bianca. That's even better. Oh, their rivalry's on cooldown. Ha! All right, no problem. There we go. That'll be a good match. Maybe we can transition to a little keep them busy feud here. I'm not necessarily trying to turn it into anything. So maybe we do a tag team. So that half of the tag team matches up. Flair and Bianca. I can't help it. Raquel and Naomi are destined to be involved tangentially against each other for a long, long time. Cruiser, bruiser, giant, and fighter. Like, this is just going to be a banger of a match. So that's what we're going to start with. Main event for the titles. Oh, somebody's good at tables here. So maybe I swap these two. Just because I know that... Oh, I don't know. See, this means one of them is good at tables. I don't know which one of them. Promise maybe a solo match to prove that a point to her tag team partner. Sure. That's done. Told Naomi she'd... Yeah, these are all... Look at all these completed promises. Look at all these promises I make. Becky Lynch and Charlotte work really well. Tables. Okay, so Rhea Ripley's good at tables. Trish is good at tables. Charlotte's good at tables. You don't say! Good at tables, are they? Ah, so the side that's good at tables, it'll like say it. So okay, so Rhea Ripley's good at tables here. They're both good at tables in this one. Okay. But this one is a style matchup that all works. I don't necessarily need this to be a tables match. I was just trying to put something on it. It can just be a regular match. So. Whoops. Back up. This one. Sure. Another Extreme Rules, this time for the titles. TLCs. That's a lot just to try to get it. Oh, they're good at them too, huh? Oh no. Okay. That's going to be beefy. What are their staminas at? 70, 75, 65, 71. They'll be fine. They can do a big match like this, and then we'll cool it down a little bit. We'll just do like maybe a regular match and see if we can get it. If this gets it to a 3, I'm laughing, because then I can just leave it at a 3 until the pay-per-view, or try once more next week in the 3 shows, one of the 2 pre-pay-per-view shows we're doing, to get it to the 4, and if not, leave it. Okay, I think we're all right doing that. Plus we pop 2 special matches. We bookend them, basically. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Self-promo for Baszler? Or, hear me out, I end up signing Alexa, and she shows up and turns heel immediately. And then I got a heel cruiser. I think I'm going to do that. Gross! Sorry. I don't want Logan Paul. I'm a permanent member of my roster. That's nasty. Anyway. Also, not worth it if for $1,000 more, you can get this guy. Santos Escobar. Okay. Alexa Bliss. Everyone else is just kind of a... There's no babyface giants. That's wild. All right, let's get Alexa on board. So we've hired Alexa for 5 weeks. We're going to immediately flip her heel. Or, sorry, maybe I call her whatever I could be calling her. It's Alexa Bliss. She is a cruiserweight for 5 weeks. She's on a 5-week deal. I'm only putting those in brackets so I know that like when she renews, or when I try to renew here, it's going to be for the same amount. Okay. So we're going to hire Alexa. Absolutely. Welcome to the team. And then we're going to go back to book the show. And we are immediately going to flip Alexa Bliss heel. Welcome to Heeldom. Done. That's it. Alexa Bliss arrives, turns heel. Done. So we got a tables match. Trish and Charlotte opening us up just to put on a banger. Boogeyman comes out and tries to get us some fans. Okay, Naomi. Yeah, another just tag team match that's set up stylistically just to be a fantastic match. Alexa Bliss debuts, starts the promo as a babyface, and then things go horribly wrong. She ends the promo as a heel. I mean, to me, that just demonstrates Alexa Bliss's character as she's currently in this sort of maddened version of herself. Okay, because you're going to get a pop just for showing up, right? So by the end of the promo, she's got to have him eating out of her hands as a heel. And then Bayley wanted a singles match to prove to her tag team partner that she was useless, so she gets one in the middle of their tag team feud. That's not going to affect it, but it's related to their tag team feud. Becky calls out Asuka to try to boost their rivalry to a level 2. Fingers crossed. And then in our main event, we're trying to get this rivalry to a 3, and we are putting it all on the line in a big old TLC match for the tag team titles for our main event number 2 of 2 for the week. So that's what we're looking at. Let's go do the logistics. Get ourselves into the Thunderdome. Okay, we'll do that crew. We got all that. Okay, so we got our 3 bonuses. It cost 110. I'm saving the stage building crew for... oh, wait a minute. We get this next week. Veteran crew. 4 special matches, run-ins, or interferences. Blech. Okay, so that's all good. I'm going to go double-check our roster in terms of stamina. Lots of people are doing great. Who's low? Oh, they're on the show, though. All these people are low, and they're on the show. Tony's not on the show. Nobody's doing dreadfully. Okay, our lowest is like a 41. So Charlotte Flair's not doing great. Neither is Becky. So, they're just doing a talking thing this time. She's not involved in a feud. I'll leave Charlotte out there, and then I'll, hang on one second. I'm going to make a note to use one of the... Use Spa card, because I have those Spa cards that give them an additional boost of recovered stamina if they take the week off and then go to the Spa. Okay, so Charlotte should get a Spa card for sure. And if I've... Oh, okay, so let me write down the matches we are about to witness. A tables match between Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair. We've tried desperately to get a feud between these two started to no avail. So who knows if we can perhaps get that rolling. So a charity promo with the Boogeyman, who is most definitely coming to get you. It's also nice to get that in before Halloween. So I just made a note that next week is an ad promo for Boogeyman since he did charity this week. And then match number 2 is a straight up tag match between Naomi and Bianca versus Mia Yim and Raquel Gonzalez. Okay. Promo 2 is a change. Alexa Bliss debuts and immediately goes heel. And then we have a normal match, just a straight up match between Rhea Ripley versus Bayley, because Bayley has something to prove to her tag team partner Shayna Baszler. I'd be really interested to see what happens if and when Rhea Ripley wins that match. And then Becky Lynch calls out Asuka, hopefully boosting their feud. And then our main event, TLC tag for the straps, Catanzaro and Morgan versus Natalya and Hartwell. This is somewhat risky because if Catanzaro wins the belts, she has a bit of leverage on us because her contract is coming up in a couple of weeks. So I got to keep my eye on that. And our newest 5-weeker, Alexa Bliss, showing up. Okay, so we did the show logistics. We're getting 3 of the 4 potential bonuses. I only booked... Yeah, I only have so many rivalries that are at a certain level. I got a 3, 2 2s, and a 1 that I'm actively like promoting and working on and developing. So we'll see. Oh, where are we, by the way? We are in Minneapolis. That's not how you spell that. Minneapolis. There we go. Min, I says. Min. All right, for week 12 of what will be 50. Every 5 weeks is a pay-per-view. Starting to get the hang of this. Okay, so we signed Bliss. We signed Boogeyman, so we replaced our Hall of Famer, and we've addressed the fact that we were 1 heel short. At the end of the show, we are going to be 11-11 on a roster. I have a fixed match card. I don't really need another one. Yeah, we're close. Budget-wise, we're crushing it, but we're close fans-wise. Okay, so let's check this out. Promised Bayley a solo match, did it. Commissioner Gold, check. We're going to get that free Rehab 3. Not that anyone's been injured. Contract stuff. So I got... Yeah, took care of that. Okay, end of 14, so we don't have to worry about that for a bit. We have to worry about it right before the pay-per-view. Just re-sign them. Okay, so all that contract stuff. Not bad. 1, 2, 3. They're leaving. 4, 5. So we got like half a dozen that we're bringing in on a 5 or 10 week basis. And then we have the one male superstar that we bring in to do charity and advertising promos. That's pretty much it. We're probably losing out, and the reason why there's such a difference in terms of like number of fans we gain versus number of fans they gain, or what have you. They popped more feuds at the last pay-per-view than we did, and I don't think we're getting the bonus for having the full variety of male and female superstars on the show, because we only employ one male at a time, and it's only to do promos. Like, we never have a male match, so that might technically be hindering us, but I wanted to see how well I did with an all female, like with all female in-ring talent. So that is my cross to bear, and we'll just go with it. So I'm pretty happy with this. This is going to be a banger. Tables match, open us up. This should be a hot tag team match. This is a statement match that Bayley apparently needs to make to her own partner, Shayna Baszler. Currently embroiled in a tag team feud with Rhea Ripley and her partner, Toni Storm. The fans aren't too high on either of these two teams. So if I can maybe split a singles feud off of it and stop them teaming up instead, who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping the strength of Becky Lynch's words will take this to a rivalry level 2. And I'm hoping that the strength of the fact that this is going to be a TLC match ups this to a level 3. And we're good. That's it. Here we go. Got a budget of about $300,000, and we're spending about just over half of that on our show. It's going to be a big one. Let me get out of the way. Hoya! All right. As we spectate our first of 4 matches, Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, one-on-one in a tables match. Now, both women are apparently really good at tables matches, so fingers crossed they get a little extra star power out of this one. Saw Asuka and Becky Lynch in a main event tables match just last week. That one coming your way now. And a TLC main event still headed your way. I try to keep the gimmick matches, or the bigger gimmick matches, try to save those for the pay-per-views, because it makes the most sense to spend the most money on your pay-per-views. But if we have to boost interest on the build to those pay-per-views, so be it. And that starts right now with a tables match between Trish Stratus in the silver and Charlotte Flair in her purple and gold Thanos gear. I believe she wore this to, if not last year's WrestleMania, certainly a WrestleMania in the past 2 or 3 years. I believe this was her outfit. Into the backpack stunner goes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's power on display early, has the height and strength advantage on a Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, of course, the experience advantage. Came through the WWE at a time when it was incredibly difficult for female talents to not only get ring time, but to be treated seriously once they even got into the ring. One of the foundational cornerstones of the women's division at the time. Very much laying the foundation, very much beginning to pave the way for how things work today. Hired as a fitness model was Trish Stratus, and that was not enough for her. Demanded, or perhaps politely asked, but was eventually granted proper in-ring training to become an actual in-ring competitor. Wanted to be a real wrestler. Performed admirably over her career. Of course, Charlotte Flair, born into the business, as you may assume, based on her last name. The daughter of multi-time world champion and multi-time Hall of Famer. Also multi-time retiree, Nature Boy Ric Flair. A lot of wrestling knowledge coursing through the very veins of a Charlotte Flair, if you're allowed to learn that stuff via osmosis, generationally. Might not come fully in handy in this one, as the object is to put your opponent through a table. Pinfall submissions do not count. Hang on, Charlotte Flair. Take a neck breaker. Oh, bit of a rude awakening for Trish Stratus there, as Charlotte Flair has taken over this one after initial flurry from the Trontonian. Hang on. Stratus right back into this. Oh, had her in a fireman's carry, perhaps. They're going to AA her through the table. It was not to be. Trish now fighting her way back into this thing. Nice drop kick to the small, or to the shoulder blades there. Kick to the midsection and now stomping away. Stratus with a chin lock, just trying to wear down, hyperextend the spine of Charlotte Flair with that maneuver. Trish on top. Over she goes. Head scissor takeover. Perhaps aiming to put her through the table. Didn't quite get all the way there. And she now sends Charlotte Flair to the opposite turnbuckle. Up she goes. Time for a bit of stratisfaction. Through the table. Trish Stratus, your winner. What a maneuver. I thought it might play out that way when she set her up, but take a look at this. Stratisfaction and the legs of Charlotte Flair through the table. All right, I love it. A quick one. See, can't start a feud between them to save my life, but 3-star matchup to open us up. Now let's see if we can, book this properly. If we can surpass that, how we do overall. It's not the greatest look that Trish Stratus beats a full-time contracted roster member of ours, but whatever. How you doing, Boogie? Oh, excellent promo from Boogeyman. Plus 5K fans. Plus 5K fans. Love it. Okay. Now. I wish I could just do all the promos and then go back and do the matches just to get them. But I understand how it's going back and forth. Anyway. This should just be a great tag team matchup. I don't know what else to tell you. Naomi and Raquel Gonzalez locked in a never-ending feud, but they have such great chemistry against each other. It's not unusual to see. It's not unusual. It's not the craziest thing to put against the ring from each other. And Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, also another stylistic matchup, veering away from the Mia Yim Tamina thing that we were doing when they were not stylistically matched up. That's kind of why we're changing Alexa Bliss to be a heel so that we can then try to get an Alexa Bliss Tamina feud started next week. Okay, so let us spectate this tag team matchup and see what comes of it. Ba-boom. Hurry up! And get myself out of the way here. Okay, I'm going to try to do... What did I say? Tamina versus Alexa Bliss next week. Try to get that started. Week 13 is going to be a big one.
The following content.
Oh yeah, the only problem with me having to skip all these entrances is this is normally where I grab my screen grabs for like the, when I put the VOD up. Hello? It's dark in here. Oh, this would be Naomi, that's why. There, that's enough. I can get something from here. One of those shots. So there they are in the ring. Out come their opponents. All right, Mia Yim and Raquel Gonzalez on the right-hand side of your screen. Bianca Belair and Naomi teaming up on the left-hand side. Mia Yim backing Belair up into the corner. Quick to fight out. Tag team action headed your way. Mia Yim crowd wasn't reacting too well to it, but I thought she had a perfectly fine match against Tamina last week. Raquel Gonzalez was in a tag team fight opposite Naomi and a partner of her choosing, that being Ignition. Meanwhile, Raquel was teamed up with Charlotte Flair last week. So the never-ending feud between Naomi and Raquel Gonzalez can continue kind of on the side of whatever else is going on between Bianca and Mia Yim. See what we can get going. I don't know if a tag team feud can occur when the two of the participants have just come out of a singles feud and that singles feud is on cooldown. So I'm not quite sure. I'm also not quite sure the status of the Bayley Baszler feud. It might depend on the result of Bayley Ripley later tonight. We'll have to take a look at that. Gonzalez in charge in the early going. Yim and Gonzalez all over Bianca Belair in the early part of this matchup. Just wailing away on the EST of NXT. Oh! Just disrespecting her with that slap to the mouth at the end of that combination. Belair into the corner now. Trying to fight her way back into this. Braid akimbo. Mia Yim up for a series of backbreakers there before she dumps her down. Strides with confidence over to her corner, and in comes Naomi. Seeing some action for the first time in this tag team contest. Mia Yim immediately chopping the leg of Naomi, and you can hear the crowd, at least here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, greeting Mia Yim with those familiar boos last week. De facto babyface against Tamina. In a match the crowd was overall confused by. So we dropped it. We're going to work on something else. Oh. All four of these ladies eventually want to find themselves in title contention. Bianca Belair winning a #1 contendership TLC match, the last pay-per-view, finishing her feud with Xia Li, who hasn't been seen on television since that incident. Hope to get her back on TV next week. Actually, let me literally make a note of that. Question mark versus Xia Li. Xia Li's got to get back on TV. Maybe Kaylee Ray? Kaylee Ray also has to get back on TV. Can't keep using the same peeps. Oh, as the action spills out to the floor, Mia Yim and Naomi. No countouts, no disqualifications in a standard GWA match here. I would change that if I could, to be perfectly honest, to further differentiate the regular matches from the very limited selection of gimmick matches we can put on. But the action will continue unabated until both of these competitors return to the ring, the only place a pinfall or submission can be properly recorded, the only place a match can end. Mia Yim helping Naomi back into the ring. Oh gosh, what a high drop kick to the face of Mia Yim. Beautiful extension on that from Naomi. Feeling good about herself as she strides confidently to the corner to tag in Bianca Belair. Mia Yim down and out at the moment. Up goes Belair. What is she thinking? Oh, tries to drop an elbow. Mia Yim had it scouted. In comes Raquel Gonzalez. Belair back to her feet quickly into a defensive stance. Able to block Gonzalez. She doing into a alley-oop powerbomb variation from Belair. Impressive strength there. Racing up the large Raquel Gonzalez, up and over. Back in comes Naomi. These two no strangers to one another. Have been in each other's faces in some form or fashion since both debuted with the brand. Up for a split-legged moonsault by Naomi. She's got to finish at the ready. Oh, Gonzalez able to flip her over into a counter. Oh, alley-oop into the ropes to Naomi by Gonzalez. Now just trying to wrench at the knee. On her face first into the canvas. Gonzalez going up. Naomi's in trouble here. Oh! Playing possum. Able to dodge the elbow. Tags in Belair. Amazing ring presence there out of Naomi. Now Belair going to work on Gonzalez. Nice suplex. Nice shooting star pin attempt. Nope. Oh, eventually opts for the pin. Hang on. Mia Yim's going to break that up before the count of 2. And then get dumped to the outside for her troubles. Frog splash off the ropes by Belair. Now deadlifting Gonzalez into the gorilla press. Hang on outside the ring. Oh! Mia Yim's lights just got dimmed by Naomi. Bianca goes up. Gotta be thinking 450. Oh no. Oh, Gonzalez is already getting back to her feet. Belair able to counter. Drops her with a clothesline. Did not cost Bianca Belair her finisher to miss that 450. That's very interesting. As Gonzalez spills out to the floor. Meanwhile, Naomi and Mia Yim going at it tooth and claw on the other side of the ring, fighting up the rampway for all I know. One of the two is stunned. Hang on. Other side of the ring. Snap suplex to bite to Belair from Gonzalez. Drops an elbow on the floor. Make it 2. And a trifecta. Belair and Naomi both have finishers charged at the ready. Oh, big spine buster to Gonzalez. She and Mia Yim a bit more worse the wear than, faring poorer than their opponents. That's all I'm really trying to say. Belair says that's it. She's going to allow Raquel Gonzalez to return to the ring. Oh, nope. Or perhaps she might into the pump handle. What do we got here? Oh, into the gut buster. Pump handle gut buster by Belair. Now working on the, just stomping on the hand of Raquel Gonzalez. Nasty, nasty work here from Bianca Belair, who, as we said, has that finisher charged and ready to go. Just putting a hurting on Raquel Gonzalez before she returns to the ring. Tags in Naomi fresh. Naomi straight back out in pursuit of Raquel Gonzalez. No countouts here. Raquel recovers into the backbreaker. Oh! Just bodies Naomi into those steel steps. Now, these two spent a lot of time fighting outside of the ring in their now legendary Hell in a Cell match that solved virtually nothing between the two. Hang on. Oh, Naomi springboarded right into that go behind, but able to counter. Raquel counters out of that. Sends Naomi into the corner. Quick tag out to Mia Yim. Time for some double team offense here. Rocket launcher coming Naomi's way. Big shoulder block. Oh, sunset flip by Mia Yim. Holding on. Hang on, that's the Feel the Glow. She's still Naomi's finish. Trying to tap Naomi out with her own submission maneuver. But Bianca Belair is there to make the save for her partner. I don't know why I have so much difficulty saying Bianca Belair. Into the cover. Naomi able to fight her way free. Mia Yim stealing the finisher of Naomi with that submission attempt. Oh! Trying to lay in those shots. Naomi with a snap suplex rolls into the pin. 1. Oh, Yim out at 1. Desperate tag in to Raquel Gonzalez. Once again standing before Naomi. Big backbreaker. Into the cover goes Gonzalez. 1 count. Belair breaks it up. Double axe handle to the tush. Oh! Gonzalez helps Naomi back into her corner. Hang on. Oh! Down and out goes Bianca Belair. Won't be of any use to Naomi for the moment. She is stunned outside the ring. Oh, another hair whip. And Naomi goes flying. Sends her into the turnbuckle now. Drags her out. Gotta be thinking Vader bomb here. Here it comes. Nails it. Pulls her back to her feet. Back into her corner once again. Another Vader bomb headed her way. Might do it in every corner. 2 in a row. Pulls her back to her feet once again. Oh, Naomi able to counter. Now stalking Gonzalez. What does Naomi have in mind? Rolls through into the Feel the Glow. Trying to make Raquel tap out. Naomi wrenching away. Oh, Mia Yim able to break it eventually. Belair, unwilling or unable to help her partner. Immediately into a pin goes Naomi. Gonzalez out of 2. Naomi going up top. What a moonsault! Naomi trying to think of what she can do to put Gonzalez down and out. And let it be her partner's problem, perhaps. Oh, took too long trying to decide what to do with Raquel in the corner. Able to come out of it with a Russian leg sweep. Drops the leg, does Naomi. Takes a moment to play to the crowd. As Gonzalez is desperate for that hot tag. Naomi trying to block her way, but also trying to dance for the crowd, I guess, at the same time. Gonzalez recovers enough to send Belair into the opposite corner. Now trying to position her just so. In comes Mia Yim. Yeah! Hold her for the vicious shot to the ribs. Belair fighting her way free. Oh, just a big slap to Mia Yim's face from Belair. Tagging in Naomi once again. Naomi's got something charged and ready. Looking for the feel of the glow on Mia Yim here. Pulls her legs away from the ropes into the submission. Belair playing defense. And that is it. Mia Yim taps. Your winners, Naomi and Bianca Belair. Let's take a look at some earlier action. Beautiful split-legged moonsault there by Naomi. Standing shooting star press out of Bianca Belair. And here it is. That's an earlier attempt there. That was Mia Yim attempting to tap Naomi out with her own submission. That came back to bite Mia Yim at the conclusion of this matchup, where it was in fact Naomi able to tap out Mia Yim. There's an earlier pin attempt after that snap suplex. And there it is. Oh no. That's an attempt on Raquel Gonzalez that didn't get the job done. Will they show us the actual submission that did it or not? And the answer is no.
Bianca Belair.
That's so weird to me.
And Naomi.
The replay system is trash. All right, another 3-star match. They're going to complain that my booking was like, too even. 3, exit. Okay, promo time. Alexa Bliss shows up and turns evil immediately. I am evil. Excellent promo. She is a baddie. Good. And now I have a heel cruiser that I'm going to try to spin into a feud with babyface giant Tamina. Love it. All right. Rhea Ripley, Bayley. This was a match Bayley requested. Well, she requested a singles match to prove to her tag team partner Shayna Baszler that it's Shayna's fault that the two of them don't have the winningest record as a tag team. I already have Shayna Baszler and Sammy George being a bona fide good tag team in my back bucket. So if she and Bayley end up feuding, I'm fine with that. All right, let's go spectate this singles contest between Rhea Ripley and Bayley. Bayley having something to prove to her tag team partner, Shayna Baszler. Hoya! Okay, gotta just fire through these entrances quick. I've already decided to use a picture of Naomi for our thumbnail. I've probably already done that, but whatever. It's Rhea chilling, Bayley chilling. And we are underway. Straight up singles contest between Bayley and Rhea Ripley. Bayley trying to prove that she is not the weak link of her tag team, currently embroiled in a feud. Are Bayley and Shayna Baszler with Rhea Ripley and her tag team partner, Toni Storm. Rhea Ripley with the early advantage here after a couple of very impressive suplexes. Ripley up at the top, missing with that big elbow. Bayley might have a chance here. Nice defensive stance there by Ripley, trying to limit Bayley's opportunities. Into the opposite corner here. Bayley measuring her with his clothesline. Ripley be looking to knock Bayley out with the Riptide, or perhaps tap her out with the Prism Trap. Meanwhile, Bayley can either use her Bayley to belly suplex or her Rose Plant finisher to knock out her opponent. Oof. Thrown by the ears, essentially, was Bayley there. He was working something of an uphill battle here against Rhea Ripley, the powerhouse of her team with Toni Storm. Uh, 10 beats of the Balry, or whatever that move is that Sheamus does, as appropriated here by Bayley. Oh, as the fight spills out to the floor. No countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is pinfall or submission inside the ring. That's why we have a referee in the ring. It is lawlessness outside the GWA ring. Something that we brought with us from our Fire Pro days. Inadvertently, I might add. Oh gosh. Delayed vertical suplex by Rhea Ripley here. Watch where Bayley lands. Around and around she goes. Oh! I think one or both of Bayley's legs cracked into the steel steps on the way down as well. But what a thud as her back hit the floor. Ripley right back to work as well. Ripley rolls back into the ring, takes a moment to admire her handiwork. Back to the top rope. Motions for Bayley to stand. What does she have in mind here? To the floor with a double axe handle. That had to have taken more out of Rhea Ripley than it did Bayley. But the momentum coming down on that double axe handle to the top of Bayley's head seems to have woken her up. Bayley back into the ring, jaw-jacking with the fans. Has some less than kind words for Rhea Ripley as well, who counters into a Riptide. Going for the pin. 1, 2. No, Bayley out at 2. Rhea Ripley trying to ruin Bayley's opportunity to make a point or statement to her tag team partner. Bayley trying to prove she's not the weak link. Rhea Ripley very much focused on getting that 3 count. Has been putting the work in on Bayley in this matchup. Bayley down on the canvas. Rhea Ripley standing triumphantly over her, trying to figure out a way to finish her off once and for all here. Oh, just bodies, it just throws her, just tosses her toward the ropes as Rhea Ripley. Pulling Bayley back to her feet, gets the leg swept out. Bayley countered a finish attempt there, stored a finish of her own, but ends up getting snake-eyed across the turnbuckle. Ripley flipping her up into a power slam. Beautifully executed. Thought it was going to be a power slam, more of a release there. Bayley still has that finisher charge, the one she earned by blocking Ripley's attempt at a finish. But Rhea Ripley right back on the attack here, trying to earn a second one. Oh! Misses that leg drop. Bayley stunned, but still in motion. Gotta be thinking Rose Plant here. Here it comes. Rose Plant to Ripley. Bounces her face off the mat into the cover. 1, 2. No, Ripley out at a strong 2. Bayley's got got a signature primed. Looks to be setting Rhea Ripley up. This could be the avalanche. Bayley to belly. Here it comes. gets her. Ripley down and out center of the ring. Bailey working the arms, has another rose plant primed and ready to go. Drops a big elbow off the ropes. The momentum of this match has completely changed. Bailey firmly in command here, dropping another elbow off the ropes. Taking advantage of Rhea Ripley while she's down, just wailing away on the legs, on the knee of Rhea Ripley. Now pulling her back to her feet. It could be rose plant time. Blocked! Blocked by Rhea! Off the ropes. Big missile drop, or big drop kick to the face. Ripley's got to be thinking Riptide here. Nails it. Might be too close to the ropes. Opts not to go for the pin. Oh, rolls her over first. 1, 2. No! Bailey just escapes. You saw Rhea Ripley rolled her over into a more traditional pin attempt to pull her away from the ropes, and now between Bailey and the ropes and in the prism trap of Rhea Ripley, looking to tap Bailey out here. Bailey hanging on. Ripley eventually lets go. Up to the second rope she goes. Motioning for Bailey to stand. Ripley looking to finish her off here. Big missile drop kick to the face. Pulls Bailey back to her feet. Working the midsection. Scoops her up for a slam. Down she goes with authority. Bailey able to fight free, misses that cross body block. Ripley back on the attack, trying to set her up in the turnbuckle. Got her in the corner. Oh, just making her eat boot. Chew on that, says Rhea Ripley. Now both ladies have a finisher primed and ready to go. Oh, just a simple slap to the face by Bailey. Got to be thinking rose plant here. Gets her leg swept out. Into a quick cover by Ripley, trying to catch her napping. 2, 3, just like that. Ripley bounced the back of Bailey's head off the canvas with that leg sweep, and we have ourselves a 3 count. Not the best camera angle if you see the fans in the way of this one. There was an earlier Riptide attempt. That was only a 2. A rose plant unsuccessful. The second rope, Bailey to belly, couldn't put Rhea Ripley away. There's another Riptide where she thought she was too close to the ropes, rolled her away from them. Yeah, that's another look at it. Oh, we'll get a full 2 count on this. She'll kick out, and then it'll just go to the celebration.
Here is your winner.
That's so weird. It doesn't do the move. It does the penultimate move. It was close. It was close to the move that beat her. 2.5. Perfect. We needed a little bit of a dip. So Rhea Ripley defeats Bailey. Hang on 1 second. Let me get myself out of the way. Whoop! Sorry, I gotta do something. That requires me to stand, so that would be out of frame anyway. Okay, that didn't get us a feud. I didn't want one, that's fine. Rhea Ripley defeats Bailey, 2.5 stars. That's fine that we dipped a little bit. I did not record who won this match. Oh yeah, Naomi got Naomi. Also glad that no feuds were started out of that. Okay, so let's get this. It was okay. Now, ding ding ding. That was fine. Yay! It beefed it up to a 2. That's what I needed it to do. Hang on, let me get back on screen for this. There we go. So it beefed it up to a 2. I can already see that, which is exactly what we wanted. If I can keep them out of the ring and keep developing this rivalry, I will. So that's now at a 2. I love it. Okay, now our big main event's coming up. We're trying to get this rivalry to a 3. And then I might leave them off next week and pop some cards on them. Boom. Rivalry grows to a level 2 from a level 1. And it's main event time as we spectate a tag team TLC main event. Liv Morgan and Casey Catanzaro continuing their feud with our tag team champions, Indy Hartwell and Natalya. Let's go ahead and spectate that. Get myself out of the way again. Whack! Okay. I'm going to skip through this whole pre-match presentation, as their company has troubles with it. Yep, just show me the people in the ring. That's all I can do for you. There's the belts hung up. There they are in the ring. Is it time for Team 2? Yeah. After the champs. Show me them in the ring. Skip. Nope, don't show me that. That's what the trouble was. Challengers, champions, TLC. Let's go. Another matchup where there are no pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualifications, no submissions. The only way to win this matchup is to climb the ladder and retrieve your half of the Tag Team Championships hanging high above the ring. There'll be a lot of action in this one. Almost too much to call, as all 4 women will be in the ring at the same time. As you can see, Indy Hartwell going to work on the diminutive Casey Catanzaro. The cruiserweight team of Morgan and Catanzaro, the Jersey Girls, taking on the Hartwell Foundation of Natalia Neidhart and Indy Hartwell. Natalia trying to usher in the next generation of dominant women's wrestlers here, taking Indy Hartwell under her wing. Morgan and Casey Catanzaro teaming up based on their mutual athleticism and the fact that they're both Jersey girls. As Morgan goes up top, dropping the elbow onto the prone Natalia on the floor. Liv Morgan, none the worse for wear, casually walks over to the other side of the ring to potentially help her partner. No, just kind of admiring her handiwork and goading Natalia to the other side of the ring near the commentator's desk. Snap suplex by Natalia. Meanwhile, in the ring, Hartwell and Casey going tete-a-tete, toe-to-toe. Nice float over to the DDT. Now you can see there's no referee nearby. We're all here just to bear witness to one of these 4 women securing one half of the tag team title belts, declaring the win for their tag team, and thus earning themselves the championship belts. It's a heated feud between these 4 women. Oh! What a vicious maneuver there by Natalia to Liv Morgan. Backcracker to Natalia, but Casey Catanzaro performed that move onto the steel chair herself. That can't have felt good. Oh, now the slingshot into that cannonball senton out of Catanzaro. The smallest fighter in this matchup uses every ounce of her body weight in every move she can. Oh, into the stunner, wheelbarrow stunner by Casey Catanzaro. She and Liv Morgan looking to become 2-time champions here. Looking to unseat the only 2-time champs, Natalia and Indy, and get those belts back. The 4 ladies back into the ring here. And now, ladder finally being set up. There is a ladder, a table, and a chair in the ring. Thank you so much for properly repping this TLC concept, as Natalia is the first one to get her hands on the belt. And you can see the little mini game that pops up. You have to be successful 8 times in order to actually pull the belt down. You have to get that little ball through the gap in the circle that spins to touch the inner circle 8 times. Whoever does it the 8th time. Oh gosh. What is Casey thinking here? As she slowly turns. Oh, drops the elbow to the small of the back of Indy Hartwell. Now waiting for her to stand. Got to be thinking that somersault kick to the back, right? Oh, rolls out of the way. Outside the ring, Natalia with a delayed suplex, putting in a couple squats. Hartwell trying to regain the advantage against Casey Catanzaro. No such luck. Single leg drop kick to the face. Casey working the long legs of Indy Hartwell. Trying to take the base out of a much taller opponent. Another Barrel stunner finds the mark. Natalya coming in to assist her partner here in aid of defense of the tag team championships. What's Liv Morgan doing? Slowly stalking around the ring, trying to pick her spot, pick her moment. She's now back into the fray. Looks like she has her sights set on Natalya, but Indy Hartwell got in the way. She's immediately thrown out. Out goes Casey, stunned. But stunned on her feet is Casey. Never mind. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought you had to roll out of the ring. She's just going to weeble and a wobble for a while. Nice takeover to Natalya. Hartwell's going to help Casey out of the ring if she can help it. Oh, into the corner. Gets reversed. Out goes Natalya, stunned. Morgan follows. I don't know how wise that is. Reminder that the only way to win here is to incapacitate your opponents and climb that ladder of success. Get that tag team title belt back down. Natalya and Indy Hartwell won their second tag title from Catanzaro and Morgan, who would love to unseat the champions, get their belts back, and become the second two-time NXT Tag Team Champions in our company's history. As Casey Catanzaro is high atop the ladder once again. Stardust press from the top of the ladder to the back of Indy Hartwell, who was just wiped out by Casey. Now going for the belt. All the time in the world. One success. Two, having a bit of trouble with the straps now. Halfway done is the belt, halfway loosened. Got 4 more sort of buttons to unhook there. But now Hartwell and Natalya right back into the thick of it. Oh, a powerbomb off the ladder. Indy now taking over. Gets 1, 2, only 2 more. Oh, Casey sweeps the ladder away. Powerbomb onto the edge of the ladder to Indy Hartwell. A rather precariously hanging tag team championship belt above the ring. Only 2 more successes in that minigame and this match is over. Liv Morgan stunned, rolling out of the ring. Oh, can't quite make it. Natalya waiting for her to stand. Oh, drops her with a suplex. Casey Catanzaro also looking worse for wear. Natalya going for the ladder, but Liv Morgan's there. Into the unprettier. Oh no. Turns it into a bulldog, does Liv Morgan. Casey's stunned. Hartwell trying to deposit her outside of the ring. Out she goes. Oh no, not quite yet. Just out to the apron, where she remains stunned. Hartwell trying to fight her way to the ladder. Liv Morgan trying to get out of it and counter, but oh no, Hartwell countered her into a powerbomb. Natalya stunned on the floor. Casey stunned on the apron. Liv Morgan stunned center of the ring. Casey jumps back inside, missing the springboard drop kick. Trying to catch Indy Hartwell's unawares. Missed. Did Casey Catanzaro. Coming to the aid of her partner, Liv Morgan here. The 2 New Jersey natives trying to win back the NXT Tag Team titles here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sliding dropkick off the ropes. You saw Liv Morgan duck underneath that ladder as it was falling. Liv Morgan grabs the table. Casey Catanzaro grabs a chair. Wailing away on Indy Hartwell. Ladder slides out of the ring from the onslaught. Indy trying to get back into this thing. What a vicious, violent side of both of these tag teams we're seeing in this TLC match. The only way to win is to retrieve the title hanging high above the belt. In this, your main event of the week. Oh, Morgan hitting Natalya with a table. She landed on the ladder. Catanzaro once again stunned. Hartwell. Oh! Stun gunning Casey Catanzaro. Oh, Natalya just got thrown into the ladder face first, I just saw. Once again, the ladder knocked out of the ring by the violence inside it. Dramatic to Indy Hartwell. Hartwell now stunned on the floor. Morgan trying to repurpose this ladder here. Both women concentrating their efforts on Natalya. Natalya able to counter. Hartwell still stunned on the opposite side of the ring. Natalya now stunned. Both champions stunned. Now is your time, ladies. Now is the time for more. Oh, God! What a chair shot by Morgan. Morgan and Catanzaro distracted by waylaying their opponents. More interested in dishing out punishment as they both wail on Natalya with steel chairs. That could have been their chance. Oh, God! To grab the ladder and retrieve the belt, but now Natalya with powerbomb after powerbomb to the challenger. Look at the condition of that one chair. As Hartwell slides a table back into the ring. The only way to win is to use the ladder. With these four women content to use all the furniture available to them at ringside. Hartwell sets up the ladder. The belt is still hanging by a thread. Only two more successful mini games, and that belt's coming down. As now Casey Catanzaro stunned and outside of the ring. Natalya momentarily stunned. Hartwell up the ladder in a hurry. Not quite positioned properly to reach the belt. In frustration, Indy Hartwell just slapped the ladder closed there. That's a new one. Hang on. Casey Catanzaro slowly making her way back to her feet outside the ring. Liv Morgan certainly needs her help here in the corner. Having to face both tag team champions on her own. Morgan now stunned. Oh, Hartwell going into this table. No. Blocked. Blocked the attempt to get put through the table. Morgan just got powerbombed out of the corner, rolled out of the ring, took the ladder with her. A reminder, it is the only way to win this. Climb that ladder to success. Oh, double arm DDT on the ladder to Morgan. Meanwhile, Neidhart grabs a second ladder. No one else is aware of it. Oh, no, hang on. Catanzaro and Neidhart both with ladders now. Natalya sprints up there, tries to grab the belt. Oh, gets met by Casey. Casey and Natalya fighting on top of the ladder. In comes Indy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Superplex off the ladder. Casey spills out to the floor. Casey Catanzaro wiped out by a superplex off the top of the ladder, over the ropes, to the floor. Indy sets up a second ladder in the ring. Not enough space. Out it goes. Natalya wailing away on Liv Morgan's knees. The champions just need to climb the ladder and get the belts, but the feud is too strong between these two teams. Both teams have had the opportunity to climb the ladder and easily retrieve the tag belts, and in both instances, they have instead opted to deliver further punishment to their opponents. As Casey somehow has recovered from that superplex to the floor. Natalya up, reaching for the belt perhaps. She's got it in her hands. One more success and she's defended, and they've got it. Natalya and Indy defend the tag team titles. What a war. Let's take a look at some of the action in this one. There, that vicious superplex to the floor. And then Natalya eventually able to grab the belt. Your winners and still champions.
Here are your winners and still
That was insane.
Natalia.
So much of that was
and
insane.
Hartwell.
Okay, how'd we do? Yes! 4 stars and a level 3 feud. I thought it already was feud level 3. Okay. So Natalia and Hartwell win. I thought it already was a 3. 4 stars. Heck of a main event. Rivalry. Oh, maybe not. What was already at a 3? Oh, 3 is China and Sammy George. That's right. But we got it up. We got Catanzaro Morgan and Natalia Hartwell up to a 3. Now we can give them a little bit of time off before the next match at the pay-per-view. Okay. Now we're talking. So week 12 in the books. Hoo 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 hoo. 4-star match, level 3 rivalry. That's all great. Ding ding ding. Incredible main event. They retained. I'm going to skip all of this. I don't care. Get out of here with that nonsense. All right. Good booking versus their good booking. 3, 3, 2.5, 4, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3. We overall had a better show than they did. Let's get through here. Medium and Raquel work really well as a team. Okay. That's good to know. Boogeyman killed it with that charity promo. Oh, Light and Ignition had something to say. Hey NXT, is Charlotte Flair all right? She looks worn out. You giving time off? Yeah, we're gonna give her some of that. Good effort by Mia Yim, says Bianca Belair. Great to see Natalia in another TLC match. Keep them coming. So she's good at TLCs. Got it. Okay. Oh wow, the Boogeyman is back. Grew up watching the Boogeyman. Awesome to see him again. Nobody's saying that, unless it's like a joke. Okay, plus 46,000 fans, plus $95,000. Still second, but we got this new thing. Are we getting closer? I'm not listening to that. Yeah, we're only 33,000 down now, so I think we're getting closer. We got more money, and we're getting closer on fans. So I might do another charity. 2 weeks until SummerSlam. I might do another charity promo. I know Bayley had a chip on her shoulder and begged you for a match. She wouldn't shut up about my problems. Okay. But after losing that match, she hasn't said a single thing. Pure silence. Thank you. Ronda Rousey wants to jump to NXT. Okay. I'm sick of working for them. I'm more than happy to ditch my contract and come work at NXT, and I'll do it at a discount. $168,000, and I'll sign with NXT starting next week. What do you say? No. I'm not giving you $168,000. Nah. Find your loss. How about you honor your contracts, Ronda Rousey? Yikes. Oh, new veteran crew available. Okay, nobody's played any power cards. What do you want? Rest your current champions this week. No problem. Yeah, that's no problem. I probably need to. Okay, so this is all wide open. Let's do another charity promo for Boogeyman. Let's do another charity promo for you, bud. Done. There we go. Boogeyman opening up with a charity promo. What I tend to do is book the first show of the next week, so we're going to book as much of this as we can. Oh yeah, Tamina, Alexa Bliss. I wanted to put in a match. So, Alexa Bliss, where are you? Down here against... Where are you? Tamina. Okay, see if we can start a rivalry there. I wanted to get Xia Li back on the show. She hasn't been on the show in a bit. There you go. You are a fighter. Against another fighter. Fighter. They probably won't like that, but we'll see. Rest all of our tag team champs, huh? Can I do Sammy George yet? Oh, Sammy George is here. Okay, so Sammy George, China in a tables match. So that'll be our big feudio. So far it's looking like our main event. Not looking like our strongest show, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I want to put a tag match here. Okay, our other tag team feud is Bayley and Shayna Baszler feuding with Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm. So, okay. Table main event, just a straight up opener. Maybe I'll do another table. Oops. Stop that. Table opener, table main event, charity promo. Can I have Asuka call out Becky Lynch? Does that fail my goal? Nope. They have to be completely rested. Okay. Alright. Let's have... Charlotte call out Trish. Because I'm trying to start that. And then just a self promo for Becky. No, I'm going to rest those two. A self promo for Naomi. Okay. Who hasn't been on in a while? No, everyone else. Everyone else is good. So self promo for Naomi. Charity promo, self promo, call out here. Maybe we can start a feud. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. Just a straight up match. Try to get this feud going still. This is our hottest feud. And then we're going to start with a tables match. This is a rivalry one. I might put this here. Yeah, let's do that instead. Tag match, tables match, regular match, tables match. Goals met. Alright, let's check these logistics. Thunderdome. Gorilla Crew. I can do the super nice one, huh? Book 3 superstars with around 4 star power. Okay. And then that. Wow! All optional bonuses I got this time. That's awesome. Okay. And then power cards. Time to health spa some fools. Health Spa 3. Send the chosen superstar to a health spa to recover 18 more stamina this week. They will be busy and unable to be booked. Perfect. Let's go with who has the worst stamina. Wait, where's Flair? Oh, they're doing a call out. So I'm going to change this then. Mia Yim is going to call out Bianca. Maybe I can start a fight here. Alright, I'm going to try this instead. Just try to give Mia Yim and Bianca something to do. So I'm going to have Mia Yim call out Bianca Belair. And then power card wise, my best health spot is going to Charlotte, who's way down at a 34. Yep. Immediately pops her to a 52, plus whatever else she would get back. And I'm going to go ahead and health spa. Who's our next lowest? Okay, I'm going to health spa Becky because we need her for the title match in a couple weeks. There we go. Okay. One randomly booked Extreme Rules match in your show will receive a higher rating than normal. These aren't worth it. Adding 1 week to a free agent or Legends contract for $15,000 when most free agents or Legends contracts charge you $5,000 a week. Like at most 10. It is not worth it at all. I'm going to grab this though, so I can do an Extreme Rules match on the pay-per-view, and it'll work out. Okay. What's this? Ensures that you retain most of your fans this week. So I'm going to play that week 15. Play special promotion card. Done. I did have that I wanted to put Charlotte in a spa, so I did that for week 13. that counts. Okay, so purchased a card, played a card. Let's take a look at the show that we booked. We have, to start things off, we have a straight up tag match, Ripley and Storm versus Bailey and Baszler, even though Bailey and Baszler don't like each other. Excuse me 1 second. I can keep talking, but I just have to address something. I got like a, I don't know what's going on. Like, not exactly a spasm, but I got like a bit of a sore leg from walking around today that I'm trying to, when I can, you know, stand on and work around rather than sitting so much. All right, then we have Tamina, Alexa Bliss in a tables match, which I'm hoping kickstarts a rivalry between them. And then we have a self promo for Naomi, just hanging out there being Naomi. Match number 3, it's Kaylee Ray versus Xia Li. Now they're going to yell at me because they're both fighters. And then we have a call out. Mia Yim calls out Bianca Belair, trying to get a feud started there that we can fast track for the pay-per-view. Perhaps. And then our main event, a tables match. And this is already a pretty decent feud, a level 3 feud. Chyna versus Sammy George, who will be, oh dear, who will be sort of making their proper main roster debut here. Hang on 1 second. Something terrible has happened. Oh, no way. Oh, there we go. Back to it. I thought perhaps we were frozen somehow. There we go. Back to it. Okay, so Bruiser Specialist, Specialist Bruiser. Yeah, the sooner these tag team feuds wrap up, the better. Fighter Bruiser, so that'll work. That should work well. They're like, they'll put on bangers if they can, like, because that's a good stylistic matchup. I need more babyface bruisers, perhaps. Kaylee Ray, okay. Now let me check out my roster here. None. Like, neat. 0 female talent that aren't enhancement talent. Fantastic. And legends. None. 0 female talent. So even if I wanted to hire somebody, I couldn't. Cool. Just checking. So I have 11 baby faces. I have 11 heels. I got as much going on as I can. I'm just trying to think of the order of this. Like, this is a level 2 tag feud. I think that's good enough for the opener. These are nothing. They're just kind of throwaway. I'm doing matches to do matches, basically. Hoping to maybe start something here. Hoping to maybe start something here. Just seeing if I can get something to catch fire that I can pay off at the pay-per-view. Basically, a race to whoever gets to level 3 first. If I can get 3 feuds up to at least level 3 for the pay-per-view. Or sorry, 5 feuds. 5 feuds up to level 3. No matter if they're singles or tag, and then I can pay all those off, hopefully. So I'm leaving some people off of the show so they can heal. Continuing this feud. Trying to start something here. Potentially starting something here. Naomi gets herself over. We try to close the gap with the fans by getting a boost to fans, even though it costs us a little more money. We got all the optional bonuses. We're doing great power card wise. We hit the champion goal. We hit all the promises. Okay, I got... What's the notes? Okay. Well, that's fun. So Xia Li and Raquel work well together. Xia Li and Mia Yim work well together. Okay. Oh, what do I get? Hang on, what do I get? Oh, gonna need that. Yeah, free special effects. Yeah. So hopefully we start collecting this and free that by the time the pay-per-view hits. Alright, so that to me is a satisfactory card to come back with next week. It's actually less than half of our budget. Hang on. There, I can come back on screen for this. Oh, thank you for bearing with me. We booked ourselves a show for week 13. Let me just go check. We are in San Diego, California. San Diego, Cali. We're still in second place. I think we're close, though. Let me check the... Here, let's take a look at the ratings. we are getting closer. We are closing that gap, and we are ahead on budget and have been for most of this time. So we're ahead on budget. We're putting together more conservative shows. However, they are of a higher or equal quality to the SmackDown ones. So we're closing that gap. We are 33, just under 33,000 behind them. And as you can see, those two things are starting to get closer together. I think we're going to do the 5 weeks of, or as many weeks as we can of these charity promos first. It's going to cost us a little more money, but rather than making 12, it costs us 10, but we get 4,000 fans, and I'm okay with that. All right, let me get myself front and center. So I can thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. I'm wishing everybody out there chill vibes and clear skies. And if you happen to find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We are going to be back on the air Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to wrap up our time on Dinosaur Island with a little creative mode party as we attempt to break Ark Survival Evolved. So until then, TTFN, let's go find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. And as per usual, Stream Deck has crashed, so good for them. There we go, back to it. Sure. There we go. We'll go right bacon. Ta-ta for now, everybody. Thanks for hanging. Hopefully I see you tomorrow night for our last trip to prehistoric times, and when we beat the holy crap out of Ark for the final time.